I got things to talk to you about actually.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for things. Scary for her pleasure. Something, something. Oh, look, what's this? Oh, hey. Oh, I love this background.
Yeah, I bought it on Etsy.
Oh, I love
It's
it.
been our like main background for a while, and I just haven't had a chance to swap the starting soon out yet.
I see you post this picture. I seen the picture for like the announcements.
Yeah.
Um and I love the title. That's a little misfortune. Um
Yeah.
but I thought I was so cool. I love the moving campfire so much. It's
Mhm.
perfect. It's like Scary came out of the woods and is offering this little boy this puzzle cube. That's what this picture
That's
looks like, and you're just sitting there and
facetious.
you're like, no.
I felt bad for like because like the our old background I kind of just stole from like someone on Twitter. I credited them in the description, but like I would rather just
No,
pay.
you flattered by stealing.
I just really liked it. It was pretty, and I was like, "Oh, this is a nice background." But then, like, I was like, I should probably like pay for something to use
Mhm.
it. Um,
I actually just got a background for I might use it on Monday that I bought on Etsy, and I really liked it because it was kind of like a fork in the road kind of thing, but one side said Resident Evil and the other side said Silent Hill.
that's
And there's like a
badass.
guy, and I was like, that's badass. So I've had that on my like wish list for
Uh-huh.
Etsy for a while, and I really wanted to try it. I was like, should I just get it? I'm like, well, let's just get it. We'll just get it. So actually got it today. So I was gonna try to like put it up, you know, for the podcast today, but you have to pay for fucking Nitro. Stupid Nitro. The
Yeah.
only Nitro I like is Nitro Records because Dexter Holland from The Offspring,
Woof.
um, or that's his record label. Record label. Bada bing, bada boom. That was my first email address too. It was Nitro Records 101. I was like
Are you allowed to
13
make
years
a
old.
email like that?
I mean, it was like Nitro underscore Records 101. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like Nitro
Okay.
Records like
I don't know. I feel
LLC or
like
anything
that's
like
like
that.
I feel like that would be like kind of weird if someone else was had like Nitro Records as an email.
12-year-old Allie might have committed fraud,
I mean,
like
every
or
day
something.
I look at you and you get cooler.
I thought that was going in a complete other direction. I thought you were going to be like, yeah, I see you when I see a criminal. When I do I see someone that would steal? Like I'm gonna say that. I'm fucking dead. No, I'm very uncool. That's why I try so hard to be funny. I'm just like, if I could just make people laugh, they'll be, they won't be distracted by how, you know, dumb I am. Oh man.
I'm
Um,
only funny because why not?
I need that in a soundbite. I need that in a soundbite, Max. Please. Please. I beg of you. That was I'm only funny because why not? In your fucking low, apathetic voice. I fucking love it so much. You are You are my favorite type of funny, Max. Which my favorite type of funny is like I can't breathe. is the funny where like you don't try, like you're not trying, you're just like existing. And your existence is funny. Like, so I think one of my favorite things you have done recently or said on your stream, when you were said in like the most like deadpan of tones, you were like,
I'm getting more comfortable with with sex.
I'm getting better with sex.
No,
And then
don't
immediately-
misquote it. Don't misquote
What
it. I
did
said
you
I'm
say?
getting more comfortable with sex.
Thank you. That was my mistake. I'm getting more comfortable with sex. And then you paused. And then immediately went from max left to 10. Started out at 10. You were like, I'm getting more comfortable with sex. It was me.
No, it's because I was getting more comfortable. Pause. Said sex. Had like that right reaction where like I realized what I said and it just clicked because it sounded funnier out loud than it did in my head. And I just laughed so hard at it.
It was so funny. I almost peed on my work seat. I laughed so uncontrollably hard. I needed an adult. I needed like a cold glass of water after that.
It's because you and I were talking about something, and you made a joke. You made like a penis joke, and you were like, "I can't make that kind of joke. Max isn't comfortable with it." And I was like, actually. And then I just said the funniest thing I've ever said in my entire life.
It was so funny. It was so funny that I went and immediately made a clip, and I was on my phone, so I couldn't see what you were saying on your stream. So after I was done making the clip, which was like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, I come back onto your stream, and you're still hysterically laughing.
No, it's because you were like, I'm gonna go clip that, and I'm just like, no, please don't. I'm just sitting there like crying, like telling you to not clip that.
It had to be done. It was so fucking funny. Your reaction. Your reaction was the funniest thing. I was sweating. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Fucking dead. You know, I think this is the first time that we haven't had anything on a starting soon screen to talk about. Last year's starting students. I can't talk.
Last year's starting soon screen.
What was your favorite add-on? Like, what was your favorite? I could tell you that I think about the strong milk constantly. That one makes me laugh so hard. The crim pie one on the side is always good. There's so many fucking funny ones. Max is looking up at the light, like, and it's shining down on him like he's looking into heaven. Like, that's what it looks like from my side. We're like this, actually.
Yeah, because my light's up here, and I'm, like, I look up to help me think.
You're supposed to look down.
Am I supposed to look down?
Because that's where you reap. You know? That's where you live. You know, because you're the reaper. You're the devil.
The Grim Reaper and the devil are two very different things.
Right, but don't they live in the same place? Don't they live in the same town? Hell?
No.
Where the fuck does the Grim Reaper live?
He just exists.
What are you talking about?
He doesn't live anywhere. That's why he's always everywhere. That's why he's everywhere he needs to be.
I thought he was Satan's neighbor. Like, Satan was like, go up and reap, Alpha Wolf. And then you'd be like, right away, sir. And then you go up to Earth. But, like, you also, like, grab your jacket on the way out. You lock your door.
First of all,
that's not hell?
I take orders from no man. Thank you.
That's true. It's absolutely true. And nobody should. If she's a giant hot woman like Lady D, like that's
from. Fair. That is yeah.
But a man, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to win a fight with me for me to, take orders from you.
Look, so can we negotiate on the fight? Could it be like a thumb war? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
I declare a thumb war.
It's a sword fight at dawn.
But I don't have a peepee.
Not that kind of sword, Allie. God damn it. Also, you're not a man. I wouldn't fight you.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight you. I'd let you win.
Yeah, because I'm not about to disrespect my best friend. The fuck?
I imagine if you disrespected me, it wouldn't even be disrespect. It would just be like you won at a game of checkers and now you're very apologetic. You're like, I'm sorry, don't hate me.
Now I'm just imagining you and me and doing like the thumb war thing, except I win and I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you like, please don't hate me?
You're like, I'm sorry, Carol. I'll get off. You know what you do? You know what you do? You just lay down for me.
That's a bit too much.
No, you give up.
My thumb, sure, but but not anything else.
No, this is strictly thumbs.
Okay. Welcome back to the Thumbs Only podcast.
Only thumbs. It's very bad. I just play thumbs more all day.
Yeah.
We get like a baller ass camera. It only records us from.
Yeah, it's like one of those like we just get like an extra. It's like those like hand cams that like VTubers use every now and then.
Hand cams. Wait, do they fit on your fingies?
No, they like point at your hands.
Oh, I thought they were cameras for your hands.
I mean, I'm sure those exist.
I'm like, that's something. Right, like have it on your wrist, have it pointed for a different angle, different direction.
It sounds like some reality TV bullshit.
Oh my gosh! I mean, they have the slap wars or whatever those are, where people just slap the shit out of each other. When they slap you really fast, they have that's a television show. I don't know what it's called. I made up Slap Wars. Because
I don't watch enough TV to know to know that that's a show.
I've never seen the show, but I've seen commercials for it, and it's pretty much like two people. They go like this, and then
it's like the tortilla thing, except without tortillas.
That hurts. It's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you don't think about the pain.
Yeah.
But it really fucking hurts.
I believe it.
Especially when you have water in your mouth and you're trying not
that's
to
gotta hurt.
Oh yeah. I mean the water doesn't affect the pain, it just,
Sure.
Spill it on my, But that's the name of the game. Whoever loses, The loser spills water out of their mouth and laughs hysterically. I am undefeated in the game of tortilla slap. So if anyone wants to challenge me, I am issuing an open challenge for anyone who wants to take my title as Miss Tortilla.
The Ali G tortilla. It's just you, but you're the fucking tortilla from Sausage Party.
Oh God. Oh my God. That
not like
movie was a
personality wise,
fever.
just you're just like, or like you're like Mrs. Potato Head from that one scene in Toy Story where she takes all the, like her like parts and puts it on a tortilla.
Oh shit, I don't remember that, but I believe it. Once you go taco, you'll never go back.
Oh, gross.
Isn't that what they said? That's what they said in Sausage Party.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Oh, okay. I only saw it. I seen it twice. I watched it once in the theaters because there's a lot of good actors.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked funny as hell. They put the funniest part in the commercial. I hated the whole movie. I thought it was so overly disgusting and gross to me.
Yeah.
And then the second time I watched it, Korn never saw it. And he was like, we're going to watch it in my Discord. And me and Katie were like, oh, we got to go watch Korn's reaction.
Yeah.
Korn laughed.
During the fucking douche part.
during that scene.
Yeah.
He laughed at the whole thing, but then the douche, penetration, he was like, ha ha. And Katie texted me, is Korn supposed to be laughing during this? That sussy Korn.
Yeah.
Don't let Korn ever tell you that he's not sus.
Oh, I don't let him do it. He just changed the subject,
He does. He thinks he's too corny to be sus, but he blames all of us.
Yeah.
But it's what he says.
But it's like you attract like what you are, if that makes sense.
Korn?
No. No, Allie. Sus. You attract sus. That means corn
you attract corn? Well, it's like kind of like you are what you eat.
Yeah. So that by that metric, only cannibals are humans.
Have you ever seen corn eat corn?
I don't think I've ever seen corn eat anything.
You know what?
Actually, that's not true because he's done it on stream before. Never mind. That's on me.
I have only seen him eat snacks. I am convinced he only eats snacks in his Harry Potter closet on stream. That's the only time. Corn is not human. He doesn't need food or sustenance. He does it for us.
He just is the food.
He is the food. Underneath his clothes, it's just like you touch him and it's just bumpy.
Ew, gross. I don't want to think about that. What the fuck?
Because of his kernels.
I don't want to think about corn's kernels, Allie.
That's all I'm thinking about now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Welcome back to Scary for a Pleasure, where apparently we're feeling our friends today. I'm Max.
I'm Alan. We're feeling and feeding. In a situation where you needed to eat yourself, to survive. Actually, is that an oxymoron? Eating yourself to survive? If you were starving, could you go
no,
and eat some of your meat? No? Okay.
Most humans can't because it's physically impossible most of the time. The pain is too great.
Same for drowning. Did you know like humans can't
yeah.
You can't go into a bathtub and just be like, I'm gonna drown.
Yeah.
You're gonna come up.
Yeah.
It cannot happen. Which is scary to think about, right?
Yeah.
At least you can. If you drown in. I was gonna make a shark reference if you drown in a bathtub, but then it just fucking left me.
Again with the tub sharks.
Again, tub sharks will always be a thing.
I don't have a tub anymore, so I can't prove it.
What happened to it?
It turned into a shower.
It evolved.
It's just a shower. Yeah. It's like a Digimon or a Pokemon. Although Digimon are weird, man. It's like
so Digimon was like after me. So like I never got into Digimon, but I was huge into Pokemon.
Digimon evolutions are like a bunny. It turns into a dishwasher, which turns into a T-Rex. I'm not
Digimon? A dishwasher turned into a T-Rex?
But no, like not like actually, but like that's just like what you can like if you were to like take it literally, like Digimon evolutions are so weird because it's like this bunny turns into this like tiny T-Rex, which like grows into like this giant metal thing with a gun for a hand. Like it's like, how does that work?
See, the Pokemon writers after the first gen should have like got in touch with Digimon writers because I don't know what happened to Pokemon, but there's literally like a trash can.
Yeah. Trash bag.
Trash bag, yeah.
There's literally a
trash
pair of keys as a Pokemon now.
There's like a tampon string, which
there
they say
really?
is like. So what it is okay. Listen to me.
What is this Pokemon called?
I'm not sure, but
will I get put
tampon
on a list if I look up tampon Pokemon?
Probably not.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be like a New Year's thing charm or whatever it's supposed to be. But it's on a string, and it looks like a tampon with like blood at the end. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's tampon Pokemon. I caught that on Pokemon Go, and I go, "What the fuck is this? What is this?
Also,
what is it called?"
I don't know, but also I love that half the comments on the chat on the side are, "What the fuck have I come into?"
New year, new us.
Like this, guys. If you're our friend, this is what you gotta expect. Like, me and Allie have come to the agreement that we're both comfortable with each other enough to where, like, you know, we're just gonna say whatever we say, and we're not gonna apologize for it.
Very unapologetic.
Yeah.
Unless I hurt Matt's feelings, and then I apologize. Do you have any like, speaking like New Year? Do you have any kind of like plans for like your stream or anything that you are changing up for this year, or are you keeping everything the same? You know, layout wise, game wise, how are you feeling about Twitch this year?
I kind of like where I am at the moment. If I want to change, I'll do it later, you know?
I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Not right now, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. I think like the only thing that I'm really like changing up is I want to try out the green screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the way it looked, so I think I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
And I did change up some of my like alerts. I got new emotes, just like things like that. But we'll still be playing all the spoopies, making all the bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
When is Little Nightmares 3 coming out so we could play it together? Because
Steam hasn't updated. I checked the first of this year, and it didn't update.
I checked every day. I checked behind the Cyclops' eye. I did, but he wasn't there. You know, a little Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I was like, I know what I've heard that before, but what the fuck is that?
Max's eyes were just like,
because like,
what did she just say?
Cyclops only has one eye. Did you take it out? The fuck?
I don't even know if that's the line. I just said Cyclops.
Fair enough.
I'm like, you know what? It works.
I've watched that movie twice recently, and I can't remember a single line from it.
Oh, I'm an asshole. If you watch it with me, I have to sing it. And I know all the lines to the dialogue. I
Hmm.
know all the lines to the talking parts.
Hmm.
And I'm
The
just like,
dialogue.
I'm an ass.
The dialogue is the talking parts. Allie, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that.
I'm just live being an idiot. Oh, let me smell this candle. It'll make me feel better. Hold on. So I got this candle at Connecticut Horror Fest.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, that's badass.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah,
Oh, there's
yeah.
a tag. But that's not even the best part. Look at that.
I thought there was
Crystals,
gonna be a brain in
glitter.
there, and I was like, "That's badass."
So when I need like a little, a little pick me up, I'll open up his brains and I'll just go. And then I'll and I'll put it back.
Oh yes, I too just huff something that I that I think smells good. Meanwhile, it's just me in the corner huffing a thing of glue.
So like, don't look at
I'm
me.
just like, oh yes.
Sweet and sticky.
Jesus Christ.
I think
Sometimes I look at us and I'm like, how do we have friends?
every day. Every day I
I
wake up
mean,
and check my socials to see if anyone still cares about me.
I mean, I'm thankful for all of them, but it's just like, how do people put up with us?
I literally think about this on a daily, Max. I'm just like, I don't know how I have friends. I don't know how people tolerate me. And then when I approach the friends and I go, I don't know why you like me, they all just go, you're the best. And I'm
Yeah,
like, all right.
because it's true.
I'm like, I don't know why. It's
As one of those people who thinks you are the best, I can confirm that.
you,
No,
you,
you.
no, you. Um, I also think like taking life not too seriously is a trait that not everybody has, but a trait that everybody wants. Um, for example, and I don't care if like this person sees this, but Jor has a friend who his life is just like work, work, work. And, 6, 7 years ago, it used to be, he used to be fun. And now he is just all about work, all about dieting, all about that he lost his like innocence. Like he's still like in his 30s, but he acts like he's like in his 50s. He like lost that bit of himself that allows him to be silly, that allows him to just like put his guard down. And I think that's not what he wants, but that's just how it is. So I think that our ability to not take things too seriously and have fun and be lighthearted, and also, we're good friends to other people. Like,
Yeah.
anyone knows they can confide in me with secrets, or, if they need someone to talk to, I'll give you my true advice. I won't be like, it's going to be okay. If it's not going to be okay, I'll tell you it's not.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's, a big thing of like why, would we go like, oh, we're silly and we're stupid and we say all these things and how do we have friends? Like, that's because those friends want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It keeps everyone laughing, keeps
Yeah.
everyone young and fresh.
But I
You
also
know?
think like for as like silly as we are, I feel like you and I also have a lot of like serious conversations.
Oh yeah.
Like whenever like I'm like I need to talk about something, I typically go to you because you are like one of the very few people I feel that actually listens to what I have to say, you know?
Always. Yeah.
Um I have a lot like my mind is just constantly going. I
hmm
overthink so much that I'm just like I need
hmm
to just like talk about some stuff sometimes, you know?
Yeah. No,
But
absolutely. And I feel the, same way about you, like the stuff we were talking about like yesterday on Instagram, involving a few friends of ours. Like I haven't said that to anybody, but
Mhm.
like it bothers me. Like it bothers me because I'm like, I'd hope that like nobody doesn't like me, because that's like a big like being vulnerable, but it's like a big fear of mine is
Yeah.
like people not liking me, because I try so hard to be everyone's friends, because I truly just like I want everyone to be friends. I know that's like an unrealistic expectation of the world. Just some people don't get along.
Mhm.
But when someone is like mad at me for something I did that I'm like, oh no, I didn't intentionally need it to come off like this, and they're mad at me, that bothers me. It doesn't matter if I know you or not. It could be I don't if fucking I don't know Bruce Campbell was upset at me for like
Yeah.
I don't know him, but it would really really hurt me.
Yeah.
So like that kind of thing, like I never like said to anybody but you, because
Mhm.
I know that like you listen to me and you're not going to judge me either,
Yeah.
you know. So like, and that's, it's hard not to judge people, but like you like absolutely like you listen, and then
Yeah.
if you have any advice you give your advice. You don't fuck with me,
Yeah.
you're not bullshitting.
Yeah.
So
Cuz I'll be honest, I've had friends I've had friends that are just that had didn't have my best interest in mind and were just using me
mhm.
because I was nice to them. And I was like I'm done with this bullshit. Like you will respect me or you can get the fuck out of my life, you know?
Yeah.
Like
It,
I will treat you the way you treat me. Like
mhm,
you like again like our friendship like I
mhm,
respect you because you respect me. Like
mhm,
you listen to me, I listen to you,
mhm.
you know.
Right.
Uh
If someone said to you, Max, like, hey, like I don't, or to me, like, hey, like I don't like you, or like Allie's a bitch, or
mhm.
da da da, then that's fine. But now I'm not gonna try to ever be friends with you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you my time of day if you treat me like that.
Yeah.
Like, so like you said, just I treat people the way they treat me.
And it's also like I hate when people tell me I can't be friends with someone because they have problems with them, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Like
Hmm.
if like so like not to call like this person out, but like Crimmy has someone that she doesn't like. But like I
Hmm.
this person like I like this person a lot. I think this person's great. Like this person's
Yeah.
never been mean to me. This person's like always been nice to me, but
Hmm.
like Crimmy doesn't like this person. I'm just like I get it. Like I will make sure you two like never have to be in the same room at the same time, but at least allow me to be friends with this person, you know?
Yeah, and like Crew would never say to you like you can't, you have to choose, like you can't
Yeah.
be friends with like that, because that's not a friend.
Yeah.
Like friends don't friends don't make you pick sides.
Yeah.
I
And it's
also
not and I'm not
had
saying that to like call Crimmy out or anything. Like Crimmy's like one of my best friends, but it's just like
love
that's just
her.
a situation that I've been in where I'm just like, yeah. And if I have to pick sides, like I'm
Mhm.
not doing that, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I won't pick sides either. Like if that person's not done anything wrong to me,
Mhm.
like if it was like Crimmy knows like she's like ride or die,
Mhm.
like I love her more than anything. And if she and then this person were falling off a cliff, I'd save her.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be disrespectful to someone who's not disrespectful to me,
Yeah.
or just kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
That's my go-to always.
My thing
I
is
also do. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, my thing is everyone is friend shaped until proven otherwise.
God, that's so fucking cute. Friend shaped. Oh, it's so cute. I almost threw up. I'm sorry. I have acid reflux from that. That was so cute. God. I also don't like it when my friends tell me what I can and cannot play.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
really that happened to me one time, and I wasn't even going to play this game in the
Hmm.
first place, but I had a very good friend of ours message me and be like, you know, if you play this, then A, B, and C. Like this is not a. I just want to reach out, and I'm like, but what if I really did want to play it? You know what I mean? What if I was really excited to play and they just didn't want me to play it because they hate the person that created the game? I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean you don't want to be friends with me if I play it? Like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you
Yeah.
putting me in this situation? You know, like if
Mhm.
Evil Dead the game came out, it's like, oh well, we just found out that the guy who does the voice of the narrator or whatever is a child, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, so my friend messaged me and said, like, if you play this game that you've been looking forward to for years because you're the biggest Evil Dead fan, if you play this, like, it only makes you seem like you support A, B, and C. And I don't know, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. Mind your own fucking business.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for
At
sure.
the end of the day,
Um.
you know, the only time I ever listened to that, and no one messaged me, I made my own decision, but that was for Super Normal.
Oh
It's the
yeah.
only time I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
play something because of the person who made it.
Yeah. I didn't even hear anything about that until later. Like I didn't
Hmm.
like I had seen like the name like on Steam or something, but like and I was like, oh, this looks like every other horror game to me. And then like I
Hmm.
saw like some people were like making a big deal out of it, so I went down the rabbit hole and I was like, oh, this is oh boy, this is not a great
No bueno.
person. Yeah.
No. But that's I don't think a friend should do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I would never tell you like you can't play A, B, and C. Like I mean, I don't care what you play. Like what you
Yeah.
play is none of my business. Like
Hmm.
I'll be there to support you no matter what. But like I like and if someone tells me to do that, I'm just like, you know what? In spite of you, like truly because like you told me to do this, I'm going to play this anyway just out of spite, you know?
Right.
But that's
Right.
just kind of like the person that I am. Like
Hmm.
if I feel like, you know, if I feel like uh if I'm not gonna do something, I'm not gonna do it. But if someone tells me I physically can't do it, I will do it just to prove them wrong.
I'm
Yeah.
like that with dares.
Mm.
So if someone's like, I dare you to do this, or we're playing Truth or Dare because I'm 35 and play Truth or Dare, um, and I'll always pick Dare. And they're like, I
Mhm.
dare you to do this. I'm like, all right. Or at the gym, they'll be like, I bet you can't lift this. Like my trainer who's
Mhm.
trying to push me. I don't think you can do it. I'm just like, do what? And like, they're just like, this one. I'm like,
Say psych
oh,
right now. Say psych
yeah,
right now.
yeah, right, right. I'm bad with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever played anything where someone came in and was just like, how can you play this? That would be something. If someone came onto your chat while you're playing a game and ridiculed you for playing it,
Yeah.
that's something. That's a whole other fucking bag of salmon. What's the
I don't
what's the
know.
term? I don't think I know either because that's I've
I've never
never nope.
heard bag of salmon before.
Same.
I do you carry salmon in a bag?
Um
Not like
when
ever.
they go
Do
downstream,
you as a person carry salmon in
does
a bag?
Allison carry salmon in a bag?
Yeah.
From the grocery store.
I walked
I
into
put the
that one.
bag.
That's fair.
So can I tell you what I was thinking?
Sure.
You know when salmons swim upstream and the bears are all like, oh, my mama, right? Like, I don't know if there's like salmon fishers or salmon hunters, but maybe they hold out like a burlap sack and let the salmon swim into the bag, and then that's a bag of salmon. Whoop.
Checks out.
That's a bag, brother. That is something you hold salmon in, dude. Speaking of games, I was dying and to talk to you about them because we were like, let's hold off until the podcast. But you just played Rainbow and Little Misfortune,
I did.
and when I asked you how you liked them, you gave me a very I don't know if ominous
Uh-huh.
is a very like I don't I'm not convinced you liked them.
I like them, but
I
they made
wanted
me
I just
think about my life, and I'm not sure if that, if that, you know, is the kind of game that I want to play again. You know?
Little Misfortune especially.
Yeah.
Um that game so I have and I've like talked about it like openly. Like I have an alcoholic mother and like just like doesn't love me. Like
Oh.
so like
Yeah.
when I first played Little Misfortune, the ending where Benjamin is taking her off and she goes over to Bob and she's like, "I'm sorry I couldn't get you the happiness." It made me cry, Max,
Yeah.
so hard because even like in my personal life, like I'm always just like, man, I hate my mom,
Yeah.
but I don't want her to die unhappy. And I always say that because she has, you know, she raised me and my sister. My sister went to jail. My mom had an abusive husband. Like there's things that she endured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's not all bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want I always said I never want her to die unhappy. So when Little Misfortune was like, I'm sorry that I couldn't get you the happiness, it resonated with me so hard.
Mhm.
I cried unbelievably, so unbelievably bad. And
Mhm.
then when you replay the game and you're about to cross the road, you get this like gut feeling
Yeah.
because you know now the ending.
Yeah.
And it's like actually a pretty cool replay. Did you get all the sparkles?
No.
I did not either. I'm gonna have to go in for a third time. I was one away,
Mm.
but I
Yeah.
know what happens and I need to see it.
I have no idea what happens, but I
Okay.
guess I want to see it.
Yeah, I think so. So what did you think about Little Misfortune first?
I like what you said. Like never trust a narrator. I genuinely thought the narrator for Little Misfortune was the same one as Slay the Princess, but it's not. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it just sounds similar. Um, I don't like the way Little Misfortune says the word fancy.
Once.
Yeah, I don't know. Just something that doesn't sit right about it.
She sounds like drunk when she says
You
it.
know, she
Like,
does. There's a lot of this game that's just like it's kind of like gross. Like there's that part where the narrator is explaining puberty to her in the park.
huh?
Or there's like that scene if you watch my VOD, uh there's a scene where so she gets to the cabin and the
Mhm.
monster's coming to get her and she goes down to the cellar and
Yep.
she climbs over the like picture and she like farts and it's
Farts. Yep.
gross.
Oh,
And
I thought it
like
was hilarious.
no, it's gross.
That
I
was
hate
so
it.
funny.
I hate
I
every moment
love
of that.
that.
Like you can see me like just absolutely be disappointed in my VOD. I couldn't stand it. I had to like walk away from my computer for like 5 minutes because it grossed me out.
Does farts gross you out? Am I
No,
just learning
not
this?
typically, but like just that one was just so weird. It was just so wild. For no
Is it because she's a
reason.
little girl?
Probably.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know what?
Benjamin.
You know what else is kind of gross? There's that scene in Franbeau where Franbeau's like 10 in that game,
Mm-hmm.
and there's
Mm-hmm.
the guy that like sits in like by the office, and he just like keeps asking for a kiss from her.
Oh, at the beginning, yep.
Yeah,
Disgusting. And then you like spill
yeah,
his coffee or something.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Those games.
That guy was gross.
Yeah, I don't know. Just people like that just make me hate being a man.
But
Truly,
but
like.
the ending of Fran Bow, doesn't it just make you like so happy? She's fine. She's happy now.
Yeah.
She's
I
with her
prefer
friends.
Franbo over Little Misfortune
Mm-hmm.
cuz it's kind of like a point and click adventure, which I love
Yes.
point and click adventures.
Mhm.
Um I think the characters in the story were a little bit better in Franbo.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like a full-fledged game where like Little Misfortunes like an indie horror like demo because it's like it's short. It's like 3 hours. It's still a game, but like Fran Bow, you have to like combine things.
Yeah.
There's like more objectives. There's the reality and there's the pill reality, which is I thought was so cool. I love how it looks.
Yeah.
Like it is very Tim Burton-y,
Oh yeah, for
very
sure.
dark and cool. I loved it. I loved it so much. And I loved the characters. I loved Itward. I loved the flying fucking thing from Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Whatever he's called. Falcor.
Yeah.
I love the Falcor.
Mhm.
It was just fun. It was if you like a dark fantasy point and click, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah. Little Misfortune definitely didn't feel like a game, if that makes sense.
Would it feel like an experience?
I don't know, like in Franbo you kind of have to like do everything yourself, whereas in Little Misfortune everything is kind of done for you, if that makes sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
a little icon will pop up and you walk over to it and you will and it'll just go on like a little like tangent or whatever. It feels kind of like you're just like walking through a world, whereas Franbo feels like you're immersed in the world. And
Really, that's actually a really good way to
both are
describe it.
great in their own way. It's just I preferred Franbo as an experience.
Mhm.
Um,
Little Misfortune's very easy. It's like you said, it's very hold your hand. Like you can't do anything wrong. It tells you exactly what you need to do.
mhm.
You just decide pretty much like how many times you do it. Like you can keep on playing those games if you want, and you should because you get more tickets, which will get you more stuff in the end. There's achievements for sparkling like a certain thing like 50 times. Like
Mhm.
you that's kind of but like everything else is it's given to you. It's very easy. It's low brain. It's good for like a wind down stream game. I'd also say that roughly like not this game's way harder, but like Bramble the Mountain King, I feel like that's a nice kind of like it's challenging, but not
Yeah.
so challenging, and it kind of like can you shut your brain off until you get to the tree lady, and then I die 100 times.
Yeah. The tree lady and the end boss are the ones I die the most at. But
I was
like,
like, can I turn this music off?
but
So
like, I think even though I die a lot at them, I think those are my favorite bosses in that game.
same.
Um, I actually really like Hall of the Mountain King. It's probably like my favorite classical song of all time.
It's a good song. I'm gonna almost
But
guarantee that you
memories.
didn't die as many times as I did because I am such a bad video game player compared to you.
I will say, it's not even that like I, it's probably not even that I like died a lot. It's more that like I was, like more thinking about what like I was more thinking about the boss fight than listening to the music. So I didn't even notice
Mhm.
that Hall of the Mountain King was playing in the boss section the first time.
Oh wow.
Like it took till like the second part of the fight for me to realize like, oh hey, there's Hall of the Mountain King playing, and Alpha even kind of like sassed me for it, and I was just like, oh yeah, like I wasn't paying
Oh
attention, you know.
Alpha. Alpha also redeemed breathe, so we gotta
I
take a
did do
second.
that.
Oh, I didn't breathe. Hold on. I don't know if that counts for me too.
I mean, it can if you want to. I would
This whole
prefer that.
stream is
I
is
would
yours
prefer
if you
that you
wanted to be.
breathe.
I would prefer if you breathe. So when are we getting the max no death run for Bramble?
Oh
And I
God, you're
have a
not.
question about the no death. I have a question about the no death run. If you let's say is Bramble's not broken down into chapters, right?
Not like it doesn't have like a starting screen for each chapter if that's what you're asking.
Chapter 1, Bramble. Chapter 2, Duh. like,
Chapter
like
3, Mountain.
Chapter 4, King. Honestly, there's only 4 chapters.
Yeah. But like it's broken up into sections that you can start from in the menu.
So if, let's say, you get to half the game and you save, like you just keep saving, right? You don't have to go all the way back, right? Or does the achievement
I
not
don't
work?
know. The achievement just says you can't die and you can't restart a section.
Oh, so that answered my question. You have
Can
to
you
play it
save
all the way through.
in Bramble?
I'm not sure. You played
Okay.
it more recently. I'm not sure if
I
you can
know it
save.
auto
That's my
saves.
okay. So yeah, I guess you can't die. I would like to watch. There has to be. I wonder if there's a cheat. Not that you would want to cheat. I would cheat. But
I
if there's
mean,
like,
I'd probably like want to cheat like first time around just for the fuck of it. But
just
like
get the achievement and then
yeah.
yeah, who cares, right? I watched the other day, it said Dark Souls, I think it was a Dark Souls 1 or 2 speed run. And it's like 20
Jesus.
minutes. And I'm like,
Jesus.
so I go, hold on. And I turn it on. I'm like, let's see how he does this. He uses it cheats. There's cheats. And there's places that he skips. That's why it works.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, this is not fair. I don't want to watch someone cheating. Like, cheat at first, get the achievement. But don't be like, here's the speed run. It's like, well, are you going to tell us how to cheat? Because I don't know how you just fucking walked right through that fucking wall.
Yeah.
But I can't do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I only really like speed running games that I liked. Like the one time like I've even gotten close to speed running a game is Resident Evil Village. And
I was
like
going to say Village, probably.
but like I used the most powerful gun. So technically like it's not like an actual speed run.
No, that's
Like
no, it's an actual.
according to like speedrun.com or whatever, but like I
Fuck
did it as
speedrun.com. What does speedrun.com know?
everything apparently.
I thought you were gonna say like a person, like according to like blah blah, like that is not
But
a real
like I didn't go in
speedrun.
trying to speed run. I was just trying to complete the game as fast as I possibly could. If I had gotten the speed run, like cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like you know.
I tried a speed run once and it was a mistake. It was at dead of night and I did it on extreme mode. And on extreme and I had like the thing up so I can look at where to go and what to skip. And in extreme mode, if you get bonked once, you lose everything and you have to find it again. Whilst in regular modes, if you get bonked, you know where it is. You just go back into the room and grab everything. And once I got bonked once, I couldn't find it because there's like 3-4 floors if you count the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So there goes my speed run. But speaking of at dead of night, the individual who plays Jimmy, they stream. I am Huld, Huld, and they are doing like a charity thing right now. And I went into their stream, and I was like, I don't mean to be an ass, but what's the update on At Dead of Night 2?
Mm-hmm.
And they're so nice. They're just like, yeah. So they said that they have filmed their parts. The main girl has filmed her parts, but they're pretty much not close to done filming. So
Gotcha.
probably 2026 release date. So they said maybe 2025, but I'm excited for that. I don't know if you've ever played At Dead of Night, aka Google Maps.
I've seen you play it.
Google Street View.
Yeah.
Google Street View, the game. Yeah.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
fact, one
that's
of my favorite clips of yours that I've ever clipped is from you playing that game.
Which one?
It's I have it on my Steam Deck, but I don't think it'll go through Discord, so you can't hear it. But it's the
Mhm.
one where so you're you're in like the staircase, and you're like,
Okay.
started from the bottom, now we're here. I've got so drunk and I fell down the bottom.
I'm such that. I remember that one. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm on the bottom, now we're here. Because the bitch gets drunk and falls off the staircase. It's like,
Or it was like
Jimmy.
started from the top, now we're here, and it's
Yeah.
you just going down the stairs.
That game holds so many great memories.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a game where like people really like to watch. So there's like a couple of games where you think about like I don't know if this is a word, like viewability, like how many like views you get, or like typical games I notice like when anyone's playing, there's more people in their chat room. That game is one of them. At Dead of Night, everyone loves to watch At Dead of Night because it is just the exciting. It's just the camera moving. And it's like he comes back and he's there, and you're just like, and it's like so fucking good. It's
Yeah.
so fucking. I cannot wait. That is a game that I didn't think I was ever going to like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of my favorites. That and Outlast, which I think Outlast is probably the scariest game ever made.
Yeah. Yeah. I, s- I still get nightmares about Outlast.
The first one or the second one? Like which one is your favorite?
I'd say Trials is my favorite Outlast game. Truly.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna say like something completely like you're like, think I think a Final Fantasy is my favorite album. Like, I didn't say that the way it was going. I'm like, is there a joke coming?
I totally would have said that if I at some point.
Final Fantasy is my favorite Outlast.
I fucking love Final Fantasy too. God, you know me so well.
I legit thought that's what was coming, and I was like prepared for it.
You know, I did think about saying a different game is my favorite version of Outlast. I was
I don't know what we're.
I was gonna be like, yeah, Alien Isolation is my favorite form of Outlast, but I've never played Alien Isolation, so.
Me neither. That's a game that I will definitely have one day as like a charity incentive,
Mhm.
like I did with Outlast, because I do not think I can be successful in that game. Although I don't know if it was you or someone else told me that there's kind of like a story mode where it's not so hard. I just can't have it be so hard. And then you told me that it's very chasey, and chasey makes me throw up. Ugh.
I'm I like my games to be like I don't mind if there's like combat or like chase scenes like that. Like I just if I can't enjoy a game, like I won't play it. Like
And I can I you're the only person, maybe Corn, but you are the only person I can tell when you're playing a game that you don't like it.
mhm.
Like when I could see the frustration.
Yeah.
Like it's a little like like it's just a vibe. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck that was. But I think I was like the little Max's. But I can tell. I can
Sure.
tell when you don't like a game. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm very like outspoken. I'll just be like, I fucking hate this, and I'll play.
Yeah, no, I think it like takes me a little while like cuz to like be like, yeah, I fucking hate this shit. Like cuz like I need to like cuz I will give something a chance at least once,
Mm-hmm.
but like if I give it that one chance and it disappoints me, I'm like, fuck this. I don't have time to like have things disappoint me, you know?
Well, that actually led to like one of my burnouts. It wasn't. It was like not this past Christmas, but the Christmas season beforehand.
Yeah.
I was like really struggling with and like everyone. every streamer goes through this. Like, I was struggling with like an identity crisis on Twitch, and I was struggling with, keeping people in my channel and engagement. And I was also struggling with games. So I'm in like I'm pretty niche, a niche horror streamer, and I was trying so hard to just play all of like the spooky indie demos and indie horror games. And at the time, all of them were really fucking bad. And I kept streaming them, and I can't I'll never lie to you, and I'll never lie to anyone else, because I like pretty much can't.
Mhm.
Every emotion you see on me is like I can't hold back. So when I'm upset because this game sucks or I'm not having fun, you can tell, and I'm saying it out loud. I'm like, I hate this.
Mhm.
And that was happening for months. I didn't want to stream. I'd be like, oh, I have to go and stream tonight. Like, I wasn't having fun anymore. And I'm like, oh no, because when it's streaming starts becoming fun, you know, you gotta take a step back, at least for me. So I had a really bad burnout because I was playing all of these games that were really bad, that I didn't like, and no one else wanted to watch me play them. So I was like, like,
Yeah.
and you just gotta like take a step back and like just like take a break from it all, because
Mhm.
you end up missing it. You do end up missing streaming and like the interaction, friends, and everything. So,
Mhm.
did you ever get burnout like that before?
Maybe not burnout, but I definitely like. I think there was a time where I just. Okay, so there was a while where I banned this person, and this person did nothing but make my streaming life hell. And I was
Will you
like,
will you ban a person because they made your streaming life hell, or you
no.
ban them and then they made?
So okay, so I modded for this for one of my friends. I didn't
Okay.
like this. I didn't like the way this person was acting in their stream, so I banned them in my chat. This person
Oh.
raids me. The person I banned goes to that streamer, tells them that like he was unfairly banned. I talked to the streamer like this person just made me feel uncomfortable in their stream, and like so I like unfortunately like unbanned him. But then I was like, no, fuck this. Like I don't need to like I don't need this person to like me, so I banned him again. And then they just like follow botted my stream for like months on end. So I was just like I don't need this shit, and this is making me like incredibly sad and like making me really depressed and making me feel like people hate me. So I stopped streaming for like 6 months. Like
Wait, did you tell your friend who is the streamer that this person is follow botting you and making
yeah,
your life hell?
yeah,
And what
and
was their response?
I don't remember, but they were on my side. And
Okay.
I told them like they're pretending to be me and follow botting my friends. Uh, and so now I'm like banned in a bunch of people's chats for something I haven't even done. But luckily I'm not in that community anymore, so who gives a shit?
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's horrible. How can anyone be mean to you? I'm gonna
and it
smack the
just
shit out of them.
and it just sucks because like the one time I stand up for myself, like I
Hmm.
get that shit, and I'm just like, well, fuck, like,
It's because they're hiding behind a keyboard. They
yeah,
wouldn't fucking do this shit to you in real life. That's what the shittiest fucking part about social media and the internet is that it allows for this kind of behavior. It's awful.
yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's
I
like
mean,
things happening with like Potato and Grimmy, like
yeah,
all of like the follow bots. I Potato got it so worse.
yeah,
So bad. I feel so bad that she got bullied off of pretty much streaming right now.
yeah.
Like
It's just
like how do
garbage.
you do that? How do you do that to somebody? We're all
I mean,
just this is a fucking shitty world, guys. We're
yeah,
just trying to make we're trying to make, you know, something trying to find our own happiness,
Yeah.
and people want to dox others and treat them like shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why? Because you hate your life? Because you whatever. I can't even.
Yeah. But like,
If anyone was mean to you in real life, I would beat the shit out of them. I just want to let you know that you will always be protected, IRL.
thank you. I appreciate that.
My dad used to say, I'm going to take you to Fist City and show you some Knuckle Junction.
That's what he said.
And now, as an adult, hearing that, I was like, what, Dad? What?
That reminds me, you know what He-Man is, right? Dude with the harness, leather,
Barnacle
boots. What?
Is Barnacle Boy?
No. He's got the blonde hair. He has a sword. He's like by the power of Grayskull.
Is it the bangs?
Yeah.
Bangs and hair? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
There's a newer cartoon of that show that's horrible. And the second season opens up, so like I don't remember I don't remember like how it opens up. Basically like, all the heroes are standing in like this line looking at like this thing that's happening in the sky. And like they're each saying like some catchphrase, and one of the guys just says, "I'm gonna fist him." Just absolutely so seriously.
Is this new or is old?
This is like a newer He-Man cartoon.
Come on, guys.
I will.
He's new.
I'll have to find you the clip because it's so funny. It's like
Did you react? Did you just die laughing when you heard it?
I had to like pause and like stand up for a second. Like I literally like had to like put my hands down and be like, no, he did not just say that.
Sometimes you have these unbelievable moments where you're like, I cannot believe that happened, or he said that. I'm not religious, so I don't know where this fucking comes from. But he is risen, and what's the next line? He is what?
I don't know.
Come. It's he is risen, he is come. And
is it spelled
joy.
C-O-M-E or is it spelled C-U-M?
Doesn't matter. So, it's joy to the world, the Lord is come. That is the lyrics. That is the lyrics. I'm not making it up. I'm not trying to be funny. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. So, I only noticed that about 3 years ago, but I'll never stop talking about it.
Jesus Christ.
I was in chorus. It was it's such a weird memory because I was in 6th grade. I was in chorus. It was during holiday season. And you know that Christmas song, Love and Joy Come to You, and to you your wassail too. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're singing it. My friend Evelyn, she's like leans into me. She goes, "What the fuck is a wassail?" and every year she sends me a Christmas card. And she writes in it, "What the fuck is a wassail?" We've been friends since we were 5. It's adorable.
It sounds like a Dr. Seuss character.
A wassail?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's got like striped tail.
Yeah.
Like a tusks. Resembles Justin Long.
Yeah.
I just watched
Oh my
a
god.
movie.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry. No.
yeah, like, tell me. No, it's not important. Go ahead.
I watched Red State recently.
Such a good movie.
It's such a good movie. The fucking bastard priest is the same guy that does that is the billionaire in Tusk.
Didn't we just talked about this on the last podcast, didn't we?
Was it the last one? It might have been.
Was it the last one or it was either November or December's? We talked about but it's so good, right?
Yeah.
They recycle actors 'cause it's a uh Will Smith. Fuck,
Kevin
Kevin
Smith.
Smith movie. Yeah, so he always has like Justin Long or the old man, or his kid.
Mm-hmm.
He always has like the same kind of actors, and I love that. That older man is such a good actor. Unfortunately, he recently passed.
Yeah, I heard that.
Um, yeah, but he was fantastic. That movie is so good. Let's go, Kevin Smith.
Yeah. It's funny. Two of the like teenage kids in that movie,
Mhm.
they're both in a movie called Sky High.
Oh, isn't
That's
Bruce Campbell in that
he
movie?
is. So both of
Yeah.
those kids have met Bruce Campbell and are both in a horror movie.
God, I would
It's
do
just funny.
anything. I know wouldn't do anything to meet Bruce Campbell because I'm probably never going to meet Bruce Campbell. Really sweet. My where is it? Oh, I moved it. It's out there. My husband for Christmas, he knows that like I'm probably never going to meet Bruce Campbell because even if he was like out here, I'd be too scared because he's literally like my idol, and if he's mean to me, I will jump off a bridge. So he got me
Yeah.
for Christmas a pop figure, and it's signed by Bruce Campbell.
Nice.
And he's like, because you'll probably never get a signature. I'm like, eh.
Oh,
But honestly, like that's such a fear of mine because I've met such like fucking asshole people who I
yeah.
really liked. So, but I should have expected that from Ronnie Radke.
Yeah. I don't know.
Biggest
Whenever
douche
I
in all of
meet
music.
someone like Crimmy experienced this when I was hanging out with her. Like whenever I meet someone like I think is pretty cool, I just gush about them like to their face. I just think they're like really cool. I'm just like, "Oh my god, like you pretty much made up like my childhood. Like everything is like cool because you exist, you know?" Kind of stuff. I just kind of
Because
like
you exist.
I just kind of gushed to my favorite Yellow Ranger when I met her.
Tell us about that because Crimmy told me when it was happening, she was like, oh my God. Oh,
I got her to I so it's funny there was a booth that was selling like Power Ranger stuff, and I got and they were selling this is a page from the comics, and I got her to sign it.
that's so
I
awesome.
literally bought this just so I could get her to sign it.
Hell yeah. Um,
I also have some Sailor Moon posters over there. I think I showed you.
I saw those Sailor Moon posters. I loved them. I
Yeah.
love them so much. By the way, I think I have to check the tracking because I left it in my husband's car. But I think your gifts might be coming today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Do you
I
want to
will
open
confirm
your
that.
gift?
No, I want to wait.
Okay.
I want to
I'm really excited
wait.
for what I got you.
Oh, I'm really excited for what I got you. I was hoping that you would get it by today so we could open them together on the podcast.
Hmm.
Um, God, goddamn mail.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
But
I
let
told
me.
you this. Like I don't really trust my neighborhood all that often.
Yeah.
Like not that our packages get stolen often, but it's gotten to the point where like it like I just a lot of like the bullies that used to bully me in high school live in my street. So I'm just like, "Oh, so if I leave those packages out there, they're like I just don't trust them enough that they're not going to take them, you know?"
There's still bullies? They still
I
bully
don't know
you?
that there's still like I haven't talked to them in years, but like I just don't trust them. Like
Yeah.
if I don't like someone, like I really don't like them, you know.
Oh, same. I have unfortunately I really don't have like middle emotions. I don't know if that's like the term for it or whatever, but I'm either at a 0 or I'm at a 10.
Yeah.
I either like I eat a piece of pizza and it's the best slice I've ever had, or it's the worst thing I've ever eaten. And I hate that about myself, but I
Mhm.
cannot help that. And
Yeah.
that goes for like friendships too. It's either like I fucking love you, or I'm
Mhm.
like I fucking wish you don't exist.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a teeter totter. It's a seesaw.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
you put
yeah, I
glasses on
absolutely
a
get that.
saw and it's a seesaw. You know. a horse of a different color.
I don't know what to say to you sometimes.
We must hydrate.
Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah.
I hope next time
what do
see
you
us.
even say to like something like that?
You give me a cookie and tell me to lie down. Like a cat. That's my cat impression.
That's better than your horse impression.
My horse impression is great.
Your horse impression just like your horse impression is pretty good, but your reindeer impression scares the shit out of me.
I don't even remember my reindeer impression.
I'll have to find it. I will search through the entire podcast backlog to find it and send it to you. Cuz you did it on the podcast and I never recovered.
I never recovered. I have reindeer amnesia. Like my brain chose to forget all about it. That's how bad it was.
Cuz you and Corn were playing Krampus's Home. And there's that reindeer in that game. And you're just like, "Hey, Corn." Okay. And you're like, "Hey, Corn." You're like, "Hey, Corn." Want to hear my impression of a reindeer? And you just make a wild, violent.
My stress vein is fully out. Oh my god! Can you do it? Can you do a good impression of anything? What did you say? This is a what?
I was gonna say this is the thing where I'm like, I don't want to shut you down, but I also don't want to be mean. You know?
You're never mean.
Can I do a good impression of things? Oh,
like a voice.
No.
I tend to be pretty okay. No. I'm fucking dead. Any like actor that has like that's from New York or like has like that like I'm gonna say, and I hope this isn't offensive because it is what it is. It's like that like I have it. It's like that kind of like New York Jewish voice, like the Miss Maisel kind of thing. Like those ones I can like do okay. Like Alex Bornstein, she plays Lois Griffin. What's that? Natasha Lyonne from Orange is the New Black. Like those kind of voices. But like anything else, like but like so many of my impressions sound the exact same. Like my little Nikki and my Macy Gray both sound the exact same. And now I'm trying to do that what's her name from White Lotus? Stifler's mom. What the fuck ever is her name? She's I can't do it. I'm working on her impression. Crimmy does it so good. And I can't do it without it sounding like little Nicky. Being like it smells like the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. Like I'm like trying Jennifer Coolidge, that's her name.
Oh, gotcha.
Jennifer Coolidge. I try to do hers and it's just little Nicky.
Yeah, I can't do impressions very well.
I have no shame, so I'll just be like, I can do this, and then I'll do it. It doesn't sound anything like it.
I mean, maybe if the person has like a deep voice, but like, but I like, if they were just like a very monotone person, you know.
Yeah.
Like I could probably do the guy who does who does the roll call in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the fucking
I've
teacher
never seen
guy.
that.
Oh, he's the same guy as the Clear Eyes commercial.
Oh, something Stein.
Yeah,
Ben Stein.
Ben Stein. Yeah, something like that.
Red eyes, clear eyes.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that was R.L. Stein for years.
That would be
I like the
fucking hilarious.
Dude, the Goosebump guy just fucking reading fucking eye drop commercials. Dun 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 dun. Do you have eyes? Dun 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 dun. Are they red? Dun 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 dun.
just the fucking question of do you have eyes with the fucking Goosebump theme is the fucking best.
Clear eyes.
I'm so glad that that made you giggle.
It's not even like, it's just you were so into it. You put your entire self into,
Always out of 10.
and that's the best part.
I
You were
believe
so
in R.L. Stein.
you were so excited to do it too. You just started doing it, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's what we're doing now.
My cheeks hurt from laughing. Uh, so
I'm
fucking
sorry.
funny. No, never apologize. Remember when I was like, you want to hear my horse impression? Then went, oh, that's not it. I'm sorry. I coughed.
That was my favorite thing because I genuinely thought that was it. For a second, I couldn't. You were like, that's not it, and the fact that you said it's not it so quickly, it's almost like me doing the and then to go continue with my sentence. You did exactly that.
You do that? You do it so fucking fast. It's like the funniest thing to me. Like, God.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Myself. Oh my God, I'm sweating so much.
Oh, my stomach.
But it's really
hurts.
fast. It's like it's efficient, right? If you gotta cough, do it fast.
It's probably because like I need to do it, and then I like want to say something, so I'm just like, yeah, and then I just
Like you're just getting rid of it.
Yeah.
You're putting the cough in the corner.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it later. Right, you fool. That's how I imagine you talk to Charlie at night. But he's just like
What all mean?
Charlie's
like?
actually like is planning world domination. And you're just like, Charlie, I'm just trying to get some sleep. And he's just like, yes, sleep now, Max. That's pretty good.
Sleep now. The world is ours tomorrow.
That's my dialogue for Charlie. That's like my inner. That's what I think Charlie is. And Charlie's like Stewie from Family Guy. He's just like planning like world domination. You're just trying to get
He's Stewie. I'm fucking Brian.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Or even like, no, you're Lois. Because he'll be like, oh, I'm going to kill this person, and you're just like, all right, Charlie, time for bed. You're like, no, put me down, put me down. And then you're like, what's about? Oh, it feels nice actually. Good night, Max.
Yeah. No, that's fucking funny.
You're like, you're his mom for sure.
Good boy.
Good. Ruined Charlie. Oh, I love that so much. Oh my god, my back hurts.
So my uncle came home for Christmas this year.
I,
Oh
I'm
God.
sorry. I don't know why that made me laugh. I think I don't know. It's just like laugh. Like, my uncle came home for Christmas.
I just have something
Did
I
he
want to
bring
tell
the?
you.
Did he come back with milk and cigarettes?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think he
I always make
smokes,
a
but
I always make a joke with my friend Albie because we always make plans with him and then he doesn't show up. And
Oh.
now we just call him Dad. It's like Dad's not back from the store getting milk and cigarettes. So your uncle, he came
Yeah.
for Christmas?
Yeah. And I don't get to see my uncle very often because he lives on the other side of the United States. And so we're all like sitting in the living room opening presents together. And I'm just missing everything that's going on in the room because me and him are just talking about horror movies.
Awesome.
Um, and he, um, and like, me and him both love John Carpenter.
Oh yeah.
And he showed me this movie. It's called In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah.
It's part of John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to watch Prince of Darkness. But yeah, my uncle showed me that movie, and I was like, this is the same feeling that I got when playing Friend Bo. I needed to like take like a cold shower and think about life after
Yeah.
this movie.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel about a few movies. I'm just like, I need to go take a shower after.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen The Lobster?
No. I
Have
don't
you
think so.
seen the director's other movie called Killing of a Sacred Deer?
No.
So I suggest watching those two movies. Watch The Lobster first, and then watch Killing of a Sacred Deer, because in these movies, the dialogue it's all monotone. So it'll annoy you, but it's meant to be like that. And in this world, like, magic exists. And like in The Lobster, for example, the movie is about um in the world that we live in, you have to find a mate. And if you don't find a mate, it's been a while since I've watched it. If you don't find a mate, you go to this hotel, and they'll try to like hook you up with a mate based on personality and interests and things like that. And then if you don't find a mate, this is what happens. When you go to the hotel, they ask you, if we end up not finding you a pair, what animal do you want to be turned into? And Colin Farrell says a lobster because they like they're fertile all the time, and they like mate for life or whatever. They live long or something. So it's about him going to this hotel, trying to find a mate, conning the people, like things like that. And then Killing of a Sacred Deer, it's Colin Farrell again. And again, in the same universe where magic exists, where he plays I think a heart surgeon who has a patient die, and that patient has a son. And now the son is like, I'm going to take everything you have. All of a sudden, the kids are not able to walk. Like, it's a and again, the monotone voices. I have the chills because they're two amazing films. But at the end of both of them, you feel so absolutely just covered in dread that you need to go take a shower immediately. In 2024, what do you think was the best horror movie that came out? Or a couple, if you can't pick one.
I don't even remember what all the movies that came out this last year were.
Any memorable ones that pop up right away
I
for
mean,
you?
Terrifier 3 was wild.
It was wild. Was it good? It had no. The story was as bad as Terrifier 2's story, but I mean, if you want to see people get fucking rocked and dead in a million different ways, that's definitely the movie for you. There's a couple that stood out for me specifically, and not even ones that like did well either. Like I really enjoyed like stop motion. Thought that was really cool. Oddity, which was awesome. Both of those are on Netflix. I'm not Netflix. I'm sorry, Shudder. There is a movie that I think that everyone should watch if you're a horror movie fan. Not necessarily because it's this great film, but it's filmed in a way of if it follows the killer instead of the campers kind of thing, right? It's called In a Violent Nature. The kills are incredible. It won like best kill in like the Shudder like awards. The kills are incredible, Max.
Mm-hmm.
It's called In a Violent Nature. It's on Shudder. It's so good. The movie itself, it's fine, but it's like cool. It's interesting film. It's the same thing as stop motion. Like it's really cool filmed. But number one for me in 2024 was The Substance. That movie was a 10 out of 10. If you have not seen it yet, Max, I think that you would really like it, especially the second half. The ending is like made for you and me.
Gotcha.
Like it's, you know what I mean? Like there's at one point where I was just like, did they put this in just for me? Like it's really good. The acting's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not scary, right? But it's better than that. And it definitely is a horror movie, but it's body horror for sure. My only thing is that because I wish that somebody would have said this to me for watching it. I have it's not a fear. I don't like to watch injections. Injections get me. Needles with the injecting, not like poking needles, it's the injection part. And that is all over this movie. So if you get really nauseous by that, I had to watch it in 3 parts. If you got really nauseous, it's a 2.5-hour movie, and a lot of it is injecting. So just, avert your eyes.
I once scared my mom because I once had to get blood taken, and I watched the entire process, and my mom was like, "Why? Why would you do that?" I was like, "I don't know."
I have to as well.
Like,
I have to know what's going on.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
Oh,
maybe not
maybe
cool,
have
but
a,
like I don't know. It's just like, hey, that's mine.
give it back. It's mine. Give it back. You like slap it out of her hand.
Yeah. I don't know. It was.
I do it for the Oreos.
You do it for the Oreos. They gave you Oreos after they took your blood?
Oh, if you like volunteered to like donate blood, then
I didn't do that.
oh, when they just like, I'm out here in this. Here's the doctor's. They're like, here's a cookie. Yay!
I actually went to the doctor's office to get my blood drawn. So.
Oh yeah, I do that too. A lot of times I'll like donate. I used to a lot like donate blood, and after you donate blood, they're just like, here's a plethora of snacks, and I'm like, ooh, nutter bard. No, what the fuck did I just say? Nutter butters. That would be my D&D character.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a nutter butter. That's just a bard. It's like the fucking it's the fucking thing from what is the Critical Role show that's on Amazon?
Fuck.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I watched the first season.
It's the little bard guy, but he's just a nutter butter.
The little like horny bard. Yeah. I love that.
Vox Machina, that's what it is.
Vox Machina. I'm like, it starts with a V, and I'm like, don't say Valeria. I was like, don't say that. Vox Machina. Yes.
One of the characters in Critical Role. One of the characters in Critical Role plays Ellie from The Last of Us.
Nice.
Ashley Johnson plays Ellie from The Last of Us.
And isn't the lady who voiced Ellie, isn't she in the show briefly?
I don't know. I never watched the show.
Someone told me she had a role in the show, like as someone's mother or something like that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
I like that. Um, but yes, I've really liked the first season of Vox Machina. I haven't watched anything else Vox Machina like. There's a show that came out recently that is by the same guys as Love, Death, and Robots, and I've been devouring that. And there's a D&D episode. It's incredible.
Ooh.
If you are a D&D fan, then you're just like, oh, and it's short. It's like, like Love, Death, and Robots. It's like 10, 15 minutes, if that, episodes. I forget what
Gotcha.
it's called. But real good. Real good
Nice.
shit. Yeah. That's kind of like the games where I tend to like, I want to love Baldur's Gate,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes me too long to get to anything in Baldur's Gate. Did you hear that?
Yeah. What was that?
Fucking no, werewolf outside that's dying. That came from outside. It takes me forever to do anything, and I am the kind of person that likes the completion or likes it's grat.
When you said you liked completion, you fucking swooped your hair. Good for you, Allie. At least you know what you like. I'm here for it and very proud of you.
I kept seeing your
Jesus
face
Christ, you look
smiling.
like the fucking mole rat from Kim Possible.
Don't look at me!
You're so pink, dude.
I can't even do that because it's a crop top. My boobies will show. Hold on. Oh god.
Allie, I love you.
Time for another hit. I'm better now. I like not self-gratification. I like what is it called? I like it when I can finish fast. I'm
Good for you, Allie. I'm proud that you know what you like.
so if a game's 100 hours long, I can't see the finish line, I get upset. Because I just want to come, So, that's all
It's the
that's
white
it.
light that at the end of the road.
I might as well give it at the end of the road. I've been doing it wrong. I've never seen a white light at the end of the road.
Then you're not doing it right.
Obviously not. I've lived my whole life not knowing how.
I'm just gonna
Just
leave
this
that to
moment.
your imagination.
Oh my god, that was so. I just kept saying this. Like you just kept like smiling more and smiling more, and I'm like, oh my god, I love it so much. Do you what was I gonna say? I'm sorry, I was gonna say do you, and then I looked down and on Discord because I didn't X out the screen that has like looking for something to do. It's just the middle icon is a cow in a Christmas hat. And I just got completely distracted by that cow. Oh gosh. So what games are you looking forward to playing this year besides Little Nightmares 3? Or what games are you like? Do you have any plans for like what games you're gonna be streaming soon, like horror game wise?
Um,
Are you gonna try out Cabin Factory?
no, probably not.
No?
I
Okay.
don't really like the anomaly type games.
I don't either. This one is not anomaly, it's just looking for movement.
Yeah, but I don't really
Hmm.
like that.
I feel you. I feel you. That I
Um,
like the Twitch interaction part of it, and I don't like anomaly games either. But because it wasn't like you're looking for anomalies, you're just looking for like movement. It didn't feel that bad. Um, but I felt it was really fun to play like on stream. But man, did I rage fucking quit. I don't know how Jugs got all the endings in 2 hours. I
it's
got
just
no
built
endings in three
different.
hours. I got no endings in 3 hours.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, the way you raged, like I would have raged so much more watching
I was I was so
watching you.
mad.
Yeah.
I was so fucking mad. But that's what I mean about like that about completion. You know, like I'm on the precipice, and then it's just gone. I lost it.
You lost the white light at the end of the tunnel.
I The white light is now it's just it's gone. I'll never see. And then I get close, like I edge, and then just go right back. Now I'm just giving into it. I'm just giving into the sus.
I mean, you gotta at some point.
Oh, I wanted to ask you this. I was thinking about it the other day. It's almost love month. February. Did I say February right? February. I felt I was like hip 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 hip. Um, and we have the number one smoothest, coolest, dating sim player, here right now. You,
Hi.
are you planning on? Hi, I'm Max. Uh, are you planning on any romantic games in February? Like playing them? Because I would love to see some.
I mean, I can make it happen.
At least just one, because that is just it's so on brand.
Yeah.
Like I love watching you get all the kisses and
I
all the
might play
smooches and
Monster
all the
Prom.
dates. I love Monster
Me
Prom.
too.
I played it with Pi once.
I played it with my best friend once. It was great.
Nice.
My best friend loves
It's a
Zoe in that game.
mm-hmm.
I think her name's Polly. She's the ghost. She's the blue one with the white hair.
I only played it once a long time ago. I don't remember. But I do remember liking it.
Yeah.
And I did get a date, but Pi like walked me through it. He's like, okay, now choose this. And I'm like, okay. The decision making was hard. Cause I'm like, I'm just gonna pick something.
Fair.
But there is strategy to it.
Yeah.
I have a game that I'm gonna play called 5 Dates. It's not it's
Is it on
not
Steam?
yes.
I'm
It's
gonna look
not
it up real
a
quick.
yeah, not exactly. Someone called it's a video. It's not really a game. It's like a video that you
Oh,
make decisions on.
yes. Got it. I've seen this
But I
before.
hear it's really good.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to see if I can at least get one date. That's my goal out of 5, just to get one. Can somebody love me? Can somebody not lead me to the cave and then reject me? I'm still salty about Spirit. I'll never not think about it. Why
Yeah.
didn't she want me, Max?
Gonna make me cry. I feel so bad.
I was so happy too. She's just like, hey. And I'm like, hey. She's like, let's go down here. And I'm like, okay. And then we're talking and flirting. And then she's like, okay, bye. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? I can't even riz a ghost. It's horrible. It's really
See,
horrible.
it's funny because like in video games I can apparently get all the ladies, but then in real
Mm-hmm.
life like I see a pretty woman and I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
a stuttering mess like you
Mm-hmm.
know.
I'm a stuttering mess in real life too. Like if there's like I don't know, like I don't think this ever happened to me. I don't think a guy I ever felt was attractive came over to me and like asked me for the time. But I imagine if like someone I thought was really attractive did, and they're like, "Hey, do you have the time?" I'd be like, buh, 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 buh."
I mean, I told you my famous happy birthday story. Uh,
It's my favorite story. It's my favorite story ever.
just the fact that it like in the span of 2 years, it's that story and then the fucking prom story.
Two great stories.
Like,
And they were both led to great
yeah.
things.
Oh, actually, I have a story I want to tell you.
Please.
So me and so I don't remember when this was, but I had I'm gonna tell you about the one time I've felt like peace in my life. All right.
Oh, okay.
Um, so there's this girl I really liked, and me and her are hanging out. Um, we go on like a date. We go to a thrift shop. We're just hanging out. Uh, like a week later, I go back to her house. Or so, we have pretty much like a sleepover, and like the sleepover pretty much shouldn't have happened because like she's a girl, I'm a guy. We were both in our teens. Like,
How old were you?
I think we were 16,
Okay.
16, 17.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and so we're hanging out, and we're watching like horror movies, and I remember this night very specifically because we're watching American Psycho.
So good.
And it's such a good movie, and like in the middle of it, I'm sitting there and I'm holding her phone watching the movie, and she falls asleep on my shoulder, and like just and like because like I really liked this girl, like I was like the fact that she trusts me as much as she did to fall asleep next to me, like I was like god damn. But me like fumbling the ball, I was like, hey, wake up, like I'm gonna go to bed. Like, and I woke her up and she like walked up to her bedroom. I cried that night. I cried so hard. I was like, how the fuck did I fumble this bad? Then like 2 weeks later, I'm hanging out at her house. We're watching a movie again, and we just start making out. Like,
How is that? Wait, who initiates it? Like, how does that happen? What
she
were you
just
watching? Who
grabbed,
initiates?
like we're watching a movie, and I like make a joke, and she just grabs me, and she gets on top of me, and she starts making out with me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like,
Was it awesome?
like yeah, like
Mhm.
it was pretty great.
I could also see you being like, no. You know what I
No,
mean?
but
You
like
know
I
what I
really
mean?
liked this girl, and like we confessed to each other, and I was like, yeah, I really like you, and then the following day we're hanging out, and she does that, and I was like, I'll never
That's
I'll never have like that kind of moment again. I feel, you know.
but what happened? Did you guys like
We
date?
never
Like
ended up dating, unfortunately. It was just like it's
you didn't
just a.
ask her to be your girlfriend?
I mean,
Did
I
you want a
wanted
girlfriend
to.
at the time?
I don't know. I don't really remember that time very much.
Mm,
Um,
gotcha.
I definitely like wanted her, but I didn't know if I wanted her as like my girlfriend or just like
You just thought she was awesome and just like
yeah,
liked her company and stuff.
yeah, like
Did you guys kiss any other time besides from the makeout sesh?
no, because I think that was the last time I saw her like in real life, and
Oh,
like 2 months ago, like we like started connecting again, and like I want to text her and be like, hey, if you want to like hang out, that would be cool, and like truly, I just want to be her friend at the moment.
yeah.
Like
That's
I'm not
so
really
nice
into
though.
being in a relationship at the moment,
Yeah.
but
I love
it's
that.
just like it's just like I it was just like something really nice to like have the person you like fall asleep next to you, you know?
Yeah. They
And just
trust you.
like,
That's a lot of trust.
yeah. And like the fact that like I like in that moment I wanted to like give her like cuddles and whatnot, but like the fact that I was just like no, like because like I
No.
think in my mind I was like if I do that like it'll look wrong because like what if she doesn't like me, you know?
What if she doesn't like it and now you don't have this great friend anymore?
Yeah.
I would think the same thing.
So I kind of just like let it happen for as long as like I was comfortable with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's so
But
nice,
it's just like
though. Like,
yeah.
it's nice when there's somebody that you like that, like, initiates something or, like, makes the first move or, like, you think that, like, oh, this girl is never gonna like me. We're just friends or whatever, and she ends up liking you.
Yeah.
I have a story kind of like that.
Mhm.
It was my first year of college,
Mhm.
and, so I'm just gonna say that when I was in high school, I think you know this, most people know this, but I was really overweight. And when I when I between my last between this in the summer of me graduating high school and going to community college, I ended up during the summer losing 30 pounds, which was like a lot, but I was still like chunky. And there was this boy, and I was one of those girls who went to class with their guitar, holding their guitar. So then in the cafeteria on break, I was play and, whatever. And I was in the cafeteria and I hear and I see this boy,
Yeah.
and he's playing the um he's playing the lead part to a song by a band called, I'm gonna say this wrong, A Straylet Run. And the song is called Existentialism on Prom Night. It's a really nice song. And so he's playing the dun 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 dun, dun, and I knew how to play that song.
Uh-huh.
So he's at the table over there, right?
Yeah.
I get off my guitar and I start doing the rhythm part.
Yeah.
And he looks, and so we're just now doing this together,
That's
right? And
awesome.
he comes over to me, and he's just like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," he's like, his name is Justin. I was like, "I'm Justin." I'm like, "I'm Allie," Da-da-da. We had mutual friends, and he goes, "I know this is random, but there is a uh talent show here. Would you want to do something with me?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Now let me tell you something, okay?" At the time, Max, he was so hot,
Mhm.
and he had that look I liked, all the
Mhm.
tattoos, and he's beautiful blue eyes with these long eyelashes, and all the girls liked him.
Yeah.
And he was just so dreamy. And him and me, or whatever the vocabulary is,
Yeah.
grammar is, uh, we became friends
Yeah.
because we started jamming. And at the time, like, I didn't think of him as like anything like romantic or whatever. He had a girlfriend. I had a boyfriend. About 6 months passes,
Mhm.
and um, he reaches out to me through text. We see each other on campus, but he texts me. He goes, "What you doing?" My blah blah blah. He's like, "You want to hang out?" And I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "I'll come over." That sounds good. So he comes over and um, meets my mom. Everything's cool. We're like in my room and we're jamming. We're playing like Stephen Lynch songs on guitar. Like we're just being like silly and whatever.
Mhm.
We go into my kitchen for a snack, and he grabs me and he kisses me.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Is this okay?" And I'm like, "Uh-huh." Now we're both single at the time.
Yeah.
Um, now we're single. And I was just like, "Oh my God." And he goes, "I've liked you ever since we played on the talent show together." And like, I'm still like, you know, this doesn't apply. This is just how I feel. This does not apply to anyone else. But I'm still like a chonky girl. Like I have this like very like ugly haircut. Like I'm not cute. But this
That's
really
debatable.
hot, this this really hot guy kissed me,
Mm-hmm.
who all the girls like,
Mm-hmm.
but he wants me, this
Yeah.
fucking gothopotamus. Like I was like enthralled.
Mm-hmm.
And we go back into my room and we put on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and we start making out. And there's this like character that yells like jelly beans.
Yeah.
And I remember we laughed so hard, he like spit in my mouth. I was like, oh God. But we started hanging out. You know,
Yeah.
we never dated, but like
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to his house, you know, we're being a little romantic. Um, and I was so, it was like the one time where I felt like how does the it guy like me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the one time a guy that I likes me,
Mm-hmm.
like this is awesome. This is amazing. I go into his bedroom and on his bedpost is tally marks.
Oh.
And I'm like, what are these? And he goes like, oh, it's the women I fuck.
Oh God.
Like, okay. Okay. So the guy that I thought really liked me was just, I felt like was just in for it for like one thing, and it ruined me
Yeah.
because I'm like the one, I'm like I liked him so much. And then it's like as soon as he gets me into his room, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. And then after that night, he stopped communicating with me completely. And I would try to like message him. I remember I had a BlackBerry at the time. I tried to like message him, and I'm like, "Do you still like me?" And he's like, "No, not really." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" It's
Men.
because I men. That's what I mean. Men. I'm like tally marks. And my friend Amy, he ended up liking her like a little while later, and I'm like, "Don't do it." I'm like, "Don't do
Yeah.
it." I wish someone would have warned me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but the moment before the tally marks, I was like, "This is nice.
Yeah.
I've never had this before. I really like this person. This person really likes me." Um, that was my one time.
Yeah. I say
Fuck
the
you,
one
Justin.
time I felt peace, but like it was like I guess it's not the one time. It's more like the first time. The first
Hmm.
time I ever felt peace, because one night me and Sleepy were hanging out, and she fell
Hmm.
asleep on the phone. And it lasted like 5 minutes, and I was like, "This is the greatest 5 minutes of my entire life."
Because she was sleeping.
Like I don't know, it just like it sounds really weird when I say it out loud, but like I don't know. It's just I like Sleepy was just constantly talking, and as much as I
Constantly
like,
sleeping.
as much as I like her voice, it's just like, again, it's the trust. It's like the person you like when they trust you enough to
Hmm.
fall asleep.
Hmm.
It's that thing, you know. I
You're
don't
like a
know.
cat.
I just like when like people trust me, I guess.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's the basis of any relationship or friendship.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't like trust your friends, like that's what I mean. Like if like I truly, like if people like confide in me, like I don't go off and like tell other people their business.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like a huge thing. If you want to tell me something, like you trust me that much to tell me this, like that really means a lot. That shows me like you really care about me.
Yeah.
You know, so I totally get it. Cats will how you know that they like you is they will sleep around you or they will present their bellies
Yeah.
to you. So it's kind of like, you know, their thing too. When like a cat is asleep around you, it's like, oh, trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching your face and you were like, when I was saying that, and I was just like, ooh, what's on his mind? Did
Yeah.
Sleepy present her belly to you? I
Uh.
that's so weird. Don't answer that. Imagine that's just like
I don't
how
know
we
how to
make
answer that
friends.
question. if if that's some way we have to make friends, I'm quitting all my friendships because I'm
Yeah, I
very
will.
self conscious about my body. You know.
Very much the same. Um, my mother, she's just like, oh, my mom, she's a horrible fucking person. But like when I was a kid, she used to make fun of my body constantly. So she would like this is turning into a therapy session.
As they
She used to make
mostly
fun of
do.
mostly do, yeah. She used to make fun of my body constantly. She used to say her famous line was tanned fat looks better than pale fat because I'm obviously very pale, and my mom would try to get me to go tanning all the time to make myself more attractive because boys don't like fat girls. But at the same time, now I'm a kid, right? So at the same time, she in the same sentence, she'd be like, "What do you want from McDonald's?"
What the
So she
fuck?
wasn't, so she was just, adding to my body issues
Hmm.
by telling me, "Hey, you're pale. Your your flab looks worse because you're pale,
Hmm.
and I'm going to make you even more flabbier by feeding you McDonald's at least twice a day." Like that was like her like abuse. Like she would do that all the time. Ugh,
It just
God.
sucks, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
I guess I'm just more of the belief that like if you're a good person, who cares what the outside looks like? You know. There's a video
oh
online
yeah.
that's my favorite video of all time, and it's just this guy that's like, if she has a pretty face, that doesn't mean she has a pretty heart. Fuck these hoes. I live by that
No.
metric. That's
Uh,
that is exactly how I feel.
and I honestly I love that. I love that too. And I've dated I haven't dated many people in my life.
Yeah, me
But I
neither.
I dated somebody who was 400 pounds once for
Hmm.
like a few months. Like it wasn't about, and people made fun of me. I mean, made fun of me, made fun of him.
Hmm.
I used to work at a beach
Hmm.
as like a parking lot attendant, and me and him and a couple friends went to the beach, and he was swimming in the water, and my friend looked at me and said, "I don't know whether to laugh or harpoon him."
Jesus.
And and I was like, "That's so fucking mean."
Yeah.
But like I've dated guys who were like 120 pounds. Like I've, all opposite spectrums. I really don't like bodies to me are not really a thing that I look for. Like obviously, like I think now, because I have significantly changed my life with like working out and like eating well and stuff this past year and a half, that it is important to me now that my partner is, healthy too. Like I don't think that I could, not that I couldn't date somebody who was 400 pounds now, but I couldn't date somebody who was killing themselves by eating and making bad choices,
Yeah.
which maybe correlates with being 400 pounds. I'm just trying to be nice. But I don't think that at this point of my life I would want someone who didn't take any care of themselves, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No,
but
I feel
I've
that.
always been so insecure, and it makes me really happy when like the people I've been with are not, they don't look at, they don't, I look at myself even now and I'm like, you fat piece of shit. But they'll look at me and be like, you're so pretty. Or like, like stuff like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go with your answer.
Yeah. I'm
I had go ahead.
no, I was just say like so so I've been telling you like I've been like talking to my mom a lot more recently just cuz like we're trying to get me into therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Just cuz I literally like 2 months ago I walked into my mom's room with tears streaming down my eyes. Like I'm just like I walk in there and I'm just like I can't live like this anymore. I hate being like anxious and whatnot. And my mom was just like and like mom and that was that night that I told you like me and my mom had like a 5 hour conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I like wish I had done that like years ago. But
Yeah.
like for me it's always been hard to talk to my parents about how I am as a person. Like it took me
Because of
years to
you or because of them? Are they
because of me.
dismissive or
Because of
okay?
me.
Okay.
Like it took me
Okay.
like years to come out to my parents that I'm that I'm bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
Um and like I kind of just like got it's like one of those things like I get just kind of randomly got like a bout of courage for no
Mm-hmm.
reason.
I'm getting teary eyed because I'm like, that's so like I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Like that's so I'm glad that you were able to find the courage to do that so you can live and be the person that you want to be.
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. I, I I'm I'm one of those people that like I hold my emotions back a lot, but even though
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a very emotional person,
Mm-hmm.
um and it like it hurts me in the long run. Um
Mm-hmm.
just cuz I'm always anxious, I'm always overthinking stuff. And like I
Shoving
overthink.
it all down.
Yeah. And like usually it comes to a point where like where I'll just get angry for no reason. Like there was like one night where I went on a walk and I was I'm gonna be honest, this is after Sleepy and I broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was just like I was like feeling like I was unlovable. Like I just got to that point, and I was on a walk and I started crying, and then it got to the point where I was like so angry that like I felt like I could like break a tree in half, and then I just got really depressed, and I like that night I just came home and just cried in bed. Like I don't know, I'm a very emotional person, but I don't like to show it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm definitely working on being on getting to a better place in my life because I need to stop feeling like I'm a bother to everyone in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I've felt like that
Which
for
you're not.
years, and like I need to like understand that, and I need to like trust that people actually mean what they say. Like it's very hard for me to trust people. Like I can count on one hand how many people I actually like truly trust.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I've had so many, just because I've gone for years being friends with people who like I can't trust and like I couldn't trust and I shouldn't have trusted then, but like I only did it then because they were the only people in my life, you know?
I have a you don't have to answer this, but when you're saying like when you're it's something when you were talking, it brought up like a memory and you've never like talked to me about it. Um, but I remember when we not when we first met, but it was still within that fresh like year of us meeting. You had, I'm gonna say, a different group of friends or another group of friends that I believe modded for you or you modded for them.
Yeah.
And then something happened and um I remember you telling me like not they broke your trust. It was like something like it devastated me.
Mm-hmm.
Something like I don't know. You don't tell me what happened, but like whatever they did hurt you so bad that you literally like were no longer involved with this particular group of friends.
Yeah.
And I've never seen and I can like assume like a couple of them because I try to think of like back then like who like your moderators were and stuff, but I remember you saying something like you were very sad at the time, and I remember being like, why would somebody want to make Max sad? It's like killing a unicorn. You know, like
Yeah.
honestly, like there's not really many Maxes out there. You're a very unique person and you're a very good friend. And I feel like I can depend on you for a lot of things in my life, and you would trust me, you would give me, you know, advice, you wouldn't lead me astray, you'd be honest with me. And for somebody or a group of people to give up on a friend like you made me really sad. And if any of those people attributed to you feeling like you're not worth friendship, or you're not, or the sadness that you're feeling, just please know that anyone is a fool who doesn't want to be your best friend. You are an absolute like diamond in this shitty fucking shit world. And I hope that, I truly, truly hope that everyone listening here and everyone in just their lives could have a Max. And I'm so lucky to have mine. So fuck anyone who doesn't make you feel like $1,000,000 and that you're wanted, because you're so wanted and you're so loved. I just want to tell you that.
I think I
Sorry,
no, that's I really needed to hear that actually. So thank you. Uh, I think I've like told you more than I've told most people. Like, it took a lot for me to get here, like to be the person
mm-hmm,
that I am. Because like
mm-hmm,
4 years ago, I was not. I don't want to say like I was like a mean person, but like I just like we've all done things that we all regret. I've done so
mm-hmm,
much that I regret. Um, and I try not to think about it, but like it's just like it haunts me to this day, and I think because of it haunting me, I try to be a better person. Like there's just a moment that happened to me 4 years ago that I was like, I will never ever be mean to someone I care about ever again. And that's why I'm like so apologetic about it.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't even like thinking about it. I won't tell you what I did because
Yeah.
cause
Yeah, no worries. No.
it's just gross of what I did and it was
You will
awful.
not be the same person 4 years from now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, you grow so much. You don't, your interests change.
Yeah.
Your, like, you change as a person. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but when I was 21 years old and I was going to a university, I said something to a group of people who were my roommates, something so unbelievably terrible, so terrible that it changed the person that I am. I was like, you kind of, you were saying I was a mean person. I was, I guarantee meaner. And I was just, I would just never say these things. These words would never come out of my mouth today. And if I ever saw these people on the street, my roommates who I said this to, I would apologize to them, because I'm not that same Allison anymore. I did a lot of growing up, and that moment taught me a lot. Um, so like I totally get that, but you need those moments, right? To change and reflect. It's growing, right?
Yeah.
It's just our brains are, my brain's fully developed. Your brain might not be. I don't know what the the age of fully developed is. Who the fuck knows?
But it's
Um,
also like different for men and women, so
Totally. Yeah, no,
yeah.
of course, of course. But still, like, I'm just saying, like, you were like, oh, I knew I had to change because of that moment. And for me, that was my moment of, I have to change and I have to be a better person because I did something very ugly. Um, so it's a journey, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the, I was thinking about this earlier today. But this is the podcast anniversary of of our last January one
Yeah.
with fucking
Defiled.
defiled.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I just wanna I think I was kind of like afraid to say anything about like really like what happened. Like the full story about what happened, what like, and why he's no longer like my friend. And I Defiled and I, his name is Taylor, so I'm just gonna say Taylor. Taylor and I were super really good friends and really close outside of streaming too. He is actually a very good person to talk to. He would give great advice. And I was going through a lot of just personal stuff here and whatever, and he really would give me some great advice, and he would talk to me as a friend, and I enjoyed his company so much. When he got kicked off of Twitch that first time and he didn't come back for like 6 months to a year, when he came back very mean and very just, we joke to each other. I'll make dead dad jokes up the wazoo. You know, in context,
Mm-hmm.
be like, if someone's just like, "Oh, your father must be proud," I'm just like, I'll let him know, like things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like lighthearted. It's just when you have a dead parent, you, if anyone does, you could relate how you kind of cope. Um, but he came back and he started to be not joking anymore, but very mean. And I think what happened was that there was a there was a it was the time where I'm trying to say this without being like insensitive because I don't want to offend anyone, but like when people started to use more pronouns like they
Sure.
them,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's more non-binary, queer culture was really like now in the open. And I feel that because that happened, and he was kind of like, well, if anyone could say whatever the fuck they want, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. Like, I don't care. Like, people are like, "Wah, I complained," I'm offended. He hated that. So he'd be like, "Wah, whatever, to each their own."
Yeah.
When he came back, he started to do things that really upset me and say stuff that really upset me.
Yeah.
He was either on your channel or Corn's channel, and he just wrote like, "Hallison's dad is dead," and
Yeah.
started saying like awful stuff. When
Yeah.
that was happening, I was in Discord with Codename Power
Yeah.
and one of his other friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I see him write this, and I'm like, Power, this guy is saying, he's like making fun of my dead dad.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh," like, and he goes like to, and in whoever's chat it was, and just starts like blowing him up because it like hurt my feelings. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you say that? And then Um, and then before the podcast, he said to us, he wrote it. Um, I don't know if you remember, but he's like, I need to make fun of autistic people at least once. And that
I
really upset
I
me.
don't remember that,
He
unfortunately.
he 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 wrote that, and it made me really upset. And I was like, no. Like, why would you why? Or
Mm-hmm.
he either wrote that or he said it when we were setting up. He said it regardless whether he wrote it or he typed it, or I
Yeah.
mean, or he said it before the podcast started. He's like, I need to make fun of autistic people at least once. And I'm like, and then during the podcast he
Yeah.
said something, and it made me so uncomfortable, and I was so uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah.
Then he starts coming to my stream because he is a moderator at the time, because we were good friends, and he just starts shitting on me and saying nasty things. And then I noticed that people started teasing me a little bit like during that stream, and I felt as though like they're doing it because they say him doing it.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Taylor, and with a screenshot of somebody making fun of me,
Yeah.
and um and I was like, "Hey, listen, I'm like, I don't want to upset you or anything, but like, this is not okay to say. And the more you tease me and say these things, the more people think it's okay to say things to me." And I sent him a screenshot of somebody saying something like a little bit on like the sexual side.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor then came back and said, "Yeah, I'm offended. You are blaming me for what other people are saying to you. I really do wish that you have a good life, but we are no longer friends." And then he blocked me on everything. And it made me so upset. because
Yeah.
I really like confided a lot of stuff in this dude. He has so much, you know, of my personal just not information, but like, you know, just like, oh, I want to talk to you about something, you know, that's going on in my personal life. You know, do you have any advice? He knows a lot of stuff about me.
Yeah.
And for him to just be like, yeah, I'm offended. I'm like, but like he came, well, I don't know what happened, but he came back and just started being an asshole,
Mm-hmm.
like a complete asshole.
Yeah.
And like that was the last straw of him being like, I need to make fun of autistic people. How could you? Like, do you know how many of our friends are on the spectrum? Like, I would never want any of them to think that I was making fun of them or saying anything bad.
Yeah.
Why are you being like this? And why are you bringing that kind of energy to our podcast where this is
Yeah.
all fucking, we have the most fun here.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing that energy? I hate, so like that's what happened. And I don't, he blocked me on everything. And that was it. And honestly, I was really sad at first, but I can't have somebody in my life like that if that's how they feel
Yeah.
about, you know, people like that. It's horrible. Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I remember like poor Sammy during that podcast, like she got so upset with like some of the things that he was saying that she like had to leave, and she texted me later and she was just like like I like she was just so upset, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it was like very upsetting for like a lot of us apparently. And like I think at the time like I was like, with him being my friend, I kind of like let things go,
Mm-hmm.
and I apologize about that. I still feel bad about what happened on his podcast with me. You know I
That
feel
was
bad.
funny. No, but yo, that was funny. You were
Yeah.
not saying, and you did not say anything bad.
Yeah.
I made that into like a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, so I listened to the podcast about Max. I got something to say to you, Taylor. I got something. It was a complete bit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot, except for I really didn't like when he called me like fat all the time.
Yeah.
He called me fat constantly. And it's like literally something that I struggle with. Like I've always struggled with weight and I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
Like why, like stop calling me a fucking whale.
Yeah.
Like don't. Like, and there's a time and a place, right? Where we can have that you and me funny kind of banter back and forth. That wasn't the time for it.
Yeah.
On other people's streams, typing Allison doesn't have a dad or Allison's dad is dead, not the time for it.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Yeah.
Be respectful and know if he called himself a comedian, know your comedic timing.
Yeah.
I just think he just turned hateful. And that's all. And you know what? I'm honestly glad that you told me that Sammy felt that way, because I felt like I was like the only person who felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
That I was so uncomfortable during that interview, and I was so uncomfortable with him being in my like French chats and talking about me and calling me fat and calling my dad things, and I was just so uncomfortable with him just like existing in my space now. But I felt like I was the only one uncomfortable. So it's almost like, not, I don't have a right to say like this person is doing this, or, you know, you're being, you know, you're being cruel if nobody else sees it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just being like the emotional woman in the corner. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that Sammy recognized it too, because it really, I thought that like I was just overreacting,
Yeah.
but I really felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it was like Power said something too. Like it was like Sammy, Power, like a bunch of people like from that episode. Like I remember like a lot of people like left that episode like during one moment because like I wasn't watching like the viewer count or anything, but like a lot of people like went to lurk. Like there was like a moment where like something happened and like people were just like, I saw like 3 or 4 lurk messages and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, Power actually messaged me. It was like, it was the first, it wasn't, so when Taylor wrote on whoever's chat like, haha, Allison doesn't have a dad or whatever. Power and his friend went to go like, hey, dickwad,
I think it
because
was
they're like,
mine because I remember that VOD. Because it was Nap,
yeah,
right?
Nap,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's when I
Yep.
met Nap.
Yeah, so I was hanging out with Nap and Power in their Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw that. I was on your stream, I was watching, then I saw him come in and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, he's here and this is what he's saying. And like not the time before this, he did something. He said something or did something. He was on my stream and Power messaged me privately. And like he's Power is really he's such a unique friend. He's really great because he's very like, I'm going to say protective.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I first like started streaming, I'd wear like, like kind of like itty bitties like up here. And he's like, you don't need to do that. He's like, you're funny. He's like, people are not gonna, like he's just like, he like looks out for me like a caring father
Yeah.
figure would. So
Yeah.
like he messaged me and he's like, who is this guy on your stream with the fucking sword? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, that's, Taylor used to be, defiled entrailed. He took a break. He's like, dude, this guy is, I don't know about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him being, I don't know about this guy. He's like, this guy seems like an asshole. And I defended him. And I said, no, he's, me and him are, good friends. Why he's a moderator and blah, blah, blah. But when he came back, he just turned into a different person.
Yeah.
Complete. And I don't like that person. I don't want that in my life.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame. But yeah. And then, Power said that to me and then we're hanging out in his Discord and I'm like, hey, that guy is now talking shit about my dead dad. I remember Power being like, Nap, you ready? And Nap's like, where do we gotta go? I had these like two men be like, let's go to bed out. Nap just like met me like 5 minutes ago. He was just like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, but Nap's cool as shit though. I've watched
Nap
his
is
stream
really cool.
for a little bit.
He's a he used to be Power's like drill sergeant or something.
Yeah, I thought the first time I met Nap, that's the stream where I thought Nap was Powered's brother. Like I like misread like one of his comments, and that's like the whole joke that me and Power have.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're practically brothers.
I mean, I just think
when you fight in war together, you are brothers.
Pretty much, yeah. It's if you go through like some like traumatic thing together, you're pretty much best friends for life. Like,
1000%. Yeah, it's trauma bonding.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's
for
what
sure.
this podcast is sometimes.
100%. 100%. Can the title of this be trauma bonding?
It can be. I don't know how good it'll do
well
in the
do,
algorithm, but we can.
My algorithm.
Yeah.
So I'm really bad at this, and I hope this does not offend anybody who sends me stuff. But you do the right thing, according to me, Max, when it comes to sending stuff on social media. I get very overwhelmed with being sent multiple videos at a time.
Yeah.
And having to check them. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
If you leave me more than 4 at a time, I will not check them.
Mm-hmm.
I have flat, I love you. I see them all. I see all the cap ones and I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I will not check them because you've sent me about 30 that I'm behind and I can't deal with that. That is anxiety. But like 1 at a time is like totally cool.
Yeah.
What was I saying? What was I saying this?
You want you said you don't like when,
algorithm.
Yeah.
Algorithm, right? Yeah. So like someone will send me something and it'll be like something I don't want to see, and now my algorithm is all fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, my algorithm. I'll yell like, my algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to make it all fucking like Long Island memes and like fucking Guido people being loud. And now I've got somebody fucking drawing art on the sideway. I'm like, I guess.
Fair. Yeah, I always feel bad that like there's I never expect people to like react like respond immediately to like the things that I send them. Like, and I never ever try to like send too much at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I just if I see something that reminds me of something, I'll send it to them.
Yeah, 1000%. Sometimes I'll look, but I won't respond.
Yeah.
I think I get more anxiety about having to respond.
Yeah, no, for
So
sure.
I
And
can
I
just
never
watch
expect
them
you
and
to.
then be like, no, but I always respond to yours. But like if I get like this 30 behind, I'm just like, oh God, am I expected to respond to all 30?
Yeah.
So when I get like a bunch load at the same time, I'm like, what do I do? Like my
Fair.
anxiety just like reaches the roof.
Yeah.
Have you I know like a change of subject, but while this is on my mind, have you gotten far in Silent Hill?
I stopped. Have you gotten to the room with the puzzle box?
I don't think so. I'm still in the like the foggy beginning area because I can't
Gotcha.
find my way.
Gotcha. Uh, so this isn't spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything that's like too spoiler heavy. There's
Mhm.
a section where there's a puzzle box and you gotta find like a way to open it. And after that section, you go to the bottom of this building and you walk out and it's all rainy outside. I've stopped when it's like I wasn't brave enough to go outside because there was a noise in the rain and I was just like nope, I'm uninstalling this game and I haven't played it since.
I think that might be an off stream game for me.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll get far enough that I feel confident to stream it. Um, but I'm lost. I'm so lost.
Yeah.
And I do not enjoy games where I get lost. You're not saying like Little Misfortune is like super easy. You can't, everything's done for you. I'm in.
Yeah, no,
like,
for
but like,
sure.
but like this is it's I want to play this game and I want to complete it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But why are they making it so hard for me? Like, it's so hard to get lost, and I have no ammo, and they're all spitting at me.
Yeah.
And I hear
Yeah.
that like if you have no ammo, you're fucked.
Um, Not necessarily, because you have a melee
Mhm.
weapon. You get like a plank of wood. You get a Bruce Campbell.
Oh my wood! A Bruce Campbell? Get a plank of wood?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. Dude, imagine I want a mod for this for Silent Hill where all the melee weapons are different forms of ash now.
You got like the ashy slashy puppet.
Yeah.
You got the little ashes.
Mhm.
Oh my god, how fun would that be? You get to attack Pyramid Head with little ashes. Did you get up to Pyramid Head?
There's the first Pyramid Head boss fight is pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it like deep into the game?
No. In fact, like you see Pyramid Head like after so like part 1 is the like city where it's out in the open, it's all foggy and all that and you're trying to like get
That's
into
right. Yeah.
part 2 is this I think it's an apartment building.
Okay.
You see him in
Oh,
there.
I'm in the apartment building.
Yeah, you see Pyramid Head in there.
In the fog, though.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Uh it's been so I haven't played that part in
Me
so long
too.
that I'm just
Me
like
too. I
can't
barely
picture it.
remember, but I want to finish it, and I want to play it more. But it's just so hard, and my confidence gets so diminished after I play that game. I feel awful. Like I don't feel good after I play it. I feel like a loser.
I mean, Yeah, fair. Like,
Yeah.
I, I
The
think
you know, like I want to be good. I want to. It just sucks.
I don't know how to like help you like not be that way about this
Oh
game,
no, no.
but
This is just
like,
how I. It's just how I, it's just my impatience, my lack of
yeah,
skills,
no.
my never playing, these kinds of games. And I mean, like, I was like, okay, I never played Resident Evil until I played Resident Evil 7, and then I did 8, and then I'm like, I can do Silent Hill. It's a little more. I just keep getting lost.
Like Silent Hill 2 remake is like Resident Evil if it was like ever so slightly harder, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like too much harder. Like even on like the light modes for like the combat and the puzzles, like it's difficult. Um
I'm on light. I
yeah,
would
me
love a
too.
diet light.
Yeah.
The only game I've ever seen have diet light is The Last of Us.
Mhm. I played Horizon Zero Dawn on story mode.
How was that?
It's pretty good. I really like Horizon Zero Dawn.
So I'm in the UK and I'm at Dar's house, and they're like, "Oh, we want you to try out Horizon Zero Dawn." And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be so bad at this because I can't do controller." But I don't think they knew that I couldn't do controller.
Mhm.
So you get they're like do whatever, and then you get up to like the first thing, not boss, but like creature, and they're like, "All right, you got to go get that weapon and then do." I charged right for it, no weapon, and I'm just like, "Oh!" And I screamed, and then it killed me right away. And I'm like, I can't do this. This is too much. This is too much for me to handle.
Fair. Yeah, no, that yeah, that's understandable.
Did you ever rage quit a game? Like you were just like, fuck this game. I'll
Yeah,
never play it again.
I think I've rage quit a game before. Oh,
Yeah.
Tormented Souls.
Ooh, I heard that's hard. Why'd you
Yeah,
rage quit?
I sh- I hate games I can't save in.
You
I'm a
can't save.
you can save, but like it's not like a button in the menu. It's like you gotta find an item and then get back to a certain part. But where the fucking save is, it's surrounded by enemies, and I had no ammo at the time. I couldn't like run around them. It's just like, and then like if you die, you start back at the beginning, but you have to watch the full cutscene to the beginning of the game again, and you can't skip it. So I'm just like, I paid like $20 for this game that I can't even play, you know? And they're making a second one, and I'm just like, I want to play the first one, but like, I don't want to go through the stress of it again, you know? So I probably
They should
won't
have
stream
what
it.
they should have what Resident Evil does, which is like, okay, you have to find the typewriter, but
Yeah.
there's also the autosave
Yeah.
that happens. When you can't save in a game, it makes me
Yeah, it's just like, what's the
so
point of even playing the
frustrated.
game, you
Yeah.
know?
I'm not sure if you could I know it auto saves, but I'm not sure if you can go and menu save in Detroit Become Human. Because I was playing it the other day and every time I tapped out, my game was shut off and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I've
Oh,
come
yeah.
back and I have to play a little bit again and I'm like, it's not bad, but I wish that didn't happen.
Yeah. No, for sure. I hate when I can't tab out of games. Like, I know I can just use my Steam Deck most of the time, but like, I just forget to, you know?
Yeah. Oh, me too. Absolutely. I forget all the time. I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know what I never thought I'd say is I'm like, you know what game I really miss playing?
What's that?
The Quarry. And I'm like, and I'm sad that I have nothing left to do. And that
Oh,
even
yeah,
if
you
I go,
completed it. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
and now if I go back in, like I love playing like a wolf pack with you guys,
yeah.
but like if I go back in like on just like a run, how can I make it fun? Like
Yeah.
how can I make it interesting? Um but I wish there was almost like Twitch integration or like voting or something like that. I mean, I could do voting, but it takes so fucking long that I don't
Yeah.
want to fucking wait, like put up a poll and like do that shit.
Yeah.
But it makes me sad because I'm like, that's my favorite game, And I feel like at this point, I'm just because I've done all of it, there's no replayability unless I'm playing it with people who have never played it before, like how we're doing it with Alpha.
Yeah.
Like that's fun to me. And I constantly try to think of ways to like, how do I do this? I wish there was like mods or like something I could do. Change all the wolves into like big squirrels or something.
I'd fucking kill for that game. I
Dude,
love
that would
that.
be awesome. That would be so cool. Now, like Lethal Company has all those mods.
Yeah.
Have those for like the quarry.
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
I love modding games. I've modded my Left 4 Dead so much that I don't even remember what the vanilla Left 4 Dead looks like.
What kind of mods are you using for Left 4 Dead?
So the whole like modding community for Left 4 Dead is like, so like my main characters are Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the zombies are different pop culture things, like Hatsune Miku is like the witch. The guns are like the Magnum is the gun from Trigun. I don't know if you know what
Nice.
Trigun is.
No.
Trigun's a really good anime. It's my favorite anime of all time.
Oh,
Um,
I haven't even heard of it.
it's it's from it's got the like Cowboy Bebop, Sailor Moon style. It's from that era,
Okay.
like original like 90s
Yeah.
anime.
Oh, so good. I love
Yeah.
90s anime.
Oh yeah. It's a like steampunk space cowboy adventure. It's it's like the greatest anime I've ever seen ever.
I've ever seen ever. I
Yeah.
love that.
Um, the main character is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch. He's the second Black Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah.
Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Why is it Morphin?
Because because morphing is what they do to transform into Power Rangers.
Do they press a button or do they say a chant?
Oh god.
Oh, he's gonna summon summon
There's a
something.
button on their morphers that they push.
Oh, where do they keep their morphers?
It's on a belt buckle and they put it on their pants, yeah.
And they're like, ready.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Such a nerd.
I love that. Oh, I mean, I got like the Sailor Moon wand in the fucking bag. Like I love toys.
Yeah.
I love toys so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am a giant kid. It's funny. I go to Connecticut Horror Fest every year with my friend Jess. And when her and I go, a lot of times we like spend the time apart, depending on who's there,
Yeah.
because she goes predominantly for the autographs and I go for the shopping. I love all these homemade crafts that everyone makes, and
Yeah.
I love supporting small stores.
Yeah.
So she'll go and she'll wait online forever for autographs, and then I'll go shopping around because I'm like, give me all the toys,
Mm-hmm.
give me all the toys.
Yeah.
That's where I got like the tissue box. It's a puzzle box from
Yeah.
Hellraiser. It's like one of my favorite things ever. I'm like, someone made that, just crafted. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah. I love smaller conventions.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about this a lot, but I think it was 2 years ago. I went to a convention that was, like it was just in like an abandoned J.C. Penney. It was just in
That's
like
awesome.
it's in Virginia. I don't think it happens anymore. I think it was just the one time. But I met the guys that do the Nicolas Cage podcast.
Yeah.
Micah and Josh, who shout out to them. They're the reasons why I do this now. Them and Kat. Kat's actually the reason I just started streaming in general. I'll be honest. The first time I started streaming, I really wanted to be on her podcast. That like I I started streaming for such selfish reasons.
Who's Cat?
Cat Hatters.
Cat Hatters.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Uh,
She stream anymore?
no, not to my knowledge. I don't remember why she went on hiatus. It's
Her
just been a
partner
while.
streamed too, right?
Uh, yeah, AC used to stream, but I don't know why she's on hiatus either. She's AC's doing like some reaction stuff.
I see her stuff. I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
I get AC and Cat Hatters mixed up all the time.
They're both cats, you know. It's understandable.
I love
um
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that when she used to stream all the time.
Yeah.
AC.
AC and Cat would stream. Cat was Monday and Wednesdays. AC was Tuesdays and Thursdays. AC was the first person I ever modded for. And
So
like,
sweet.
yeah, cuz I was just always there. Like the first time I met her, like I was like I really like this person and I just hung out in her stream every like Tuesday and Thursday. I think it's cuz she was consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And then when her and Kat went to TwitchCon, I started streaming then, but but Kat was talking about the podcast that she wanted to do, and she'd only ever did one episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, and she only interviewed streamers, so I was like, well, I know what I have to do.
I know
So,
my mission is.
I know my mission, yeah. And then here we are, 2 years later, not selfish anymore. Hopefully,
That's never selfish.
never. I definitely don't try to be selfish anymore. You know.
I was talking to Corn about that, like the streaming consistency,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not gonna say what she said in her private Discord to like her followers. But I really liked what Sevi said a few weeks ago. She put out like a message on like an at everyone on her Discord and kind of like gave her thoughts of her streaming journey right now and how she was feeling. And she said a lot of things that I feel resonate with most, if not all, streamers. Just that a lot of us are not comfortable enough to say it. So, like, when she said it, I was like, oh, that made me feel really good because I kind of feel like not alone. And then I was talking to Corn about, like, oh, how like, we can do better. Like, like, what is something that's good to have on Twitch to make sure that like your friends come in and know that you're streaming, and consistency and a consistent schedule is, I think, something that's really big. Just like I know that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Laylo streams from 5 to 10, and then on Sundays he streams from whatever 8 hours. Like, but he's had that schedule forever, so people know like this is his schedule. So like when Cora and I were talking about like, oh, what's something that like we can improve on or whatever, and I was telling Cora, I'm just like, you haven't been around, like you had to cancel a lot of your streams, so like that consistency is like something that's so important to like not be forgotten. And when you stop becoming consistent, you can absolutely see the difference. When I first started not streaming, but like I heard of Twitch, I was like, all right, I'm gonna like, I know I wanted to play Dead by Daylight. I've never played it before, but I'm like, it has all the horror movie characters. This is the game I'm going to start with. Let me watch some Twitch streamers and see, pretty much learn how to play. And I used to watch, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but his name was Angry Pug. And he was, not anymore, but he was like the #1 Dead by Daylight streamer. And I just went onto the category and saw who the #1 person live was, and I would just watch them. It was always Pug. And he streamed to like 5,000 people. Like, it was insane to the point. He had no channel points, no big redeems, nothing flashy. And this is a big thing too, is that everyone thinks that they need to make their stream flashy in order for it to work, and that's not true at all. And he played Dead by Daylight. He was miserable because he wanted to play other things, but that's what kept people there, was Dead by Daylight. Now he streams Warzone, and I saw him the other day, he was streaming to 89 people.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I've been watching him because I still follow him, and he streams to I think the most I've seen him stream to anyone was like 300. He streamed to 5,000 people at a time with Dead by Daylight. He didn't even allow raids. He was that big of a streamer that like he didn't even have raids. Like it was so insane. And now he's, you know, playing Warzone and, you know, playing to, you know, not too many people. So like it also depends on like the games that you play too, I guess. But him, I remember I would always watch him because I knew his schedule. And his schedule was like a 9 to 5 my time. And then he's like, all right, guys, I'll see you for the night crew. And then at night, he'd stream from like 9 to like 1 in the morning. And each Friday, he would do this special stream at night, and he'd call it Beers, Brews, and Booze. And he would get drunk with his friends and play Dead by Daylight, and it was a lot of fun. But because like that schedule was so consistent and he was always on, like, you know, you just watch.
Yeah.
More people were there. But imagine 5,000 to 89.
Oh God, I don't even want to like. I don't want to think about 5,000 people watching my stream. I don't need that many.
If 5,000 people are watching my stream, I'd be like, I'd probably throw up.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know how to handle it.
It's too much pressure.
Even like when I get a big raid, I'm like, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, stop looking at me.
Yeah. I think like one time Sumi rated me with like I don't want to talk about numbers too much, but like she rated me with like 100 people, and I was just like a nervous like mess, just being like, oh god, and like the thing is like I don't have like a raid like alert, so I didn't notice it at first because I was just concentrated on the game. And I get done with like a certain part of this game, and I look over, I'm like, oh, there's like 100 people in my stream, and I'm just like, oh god. It's funny.
I was like, oh no, oh god, here's my raid trailer.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, I don't think I had a raid trailer at that time, but there was a time last December, Carlton raided me. He does this thing where he does like a knock knock joke and then raids you. So I'm playing mouthwashing, and I'm at the scene where you're in the graveyard and you're trying to kill the guy.
Yeah.
And I thought, and Carlton goes knock knock in my chat, and I'm like, I just laugh at it because I feel like he's talking about my game. I feel like he's talking about the game, and I go back and I watch the VOD of his. And he's talking about it, and his chat is going off like say who's there. And when I finally do, he raids me, and I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't know you were streaming, dude.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, because like
knock knock.
Because he's like,
there. I'm stealing that. That's awesome.
He wasn't following me at that moment because I guess I thought he was following me, but like. I guess Twitch was being Twitch that day.
Twitch was Twitch.
But yeah, like I felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even like pick up on that, because like I was like 5 hours into like a 6-hour stream, and I was just delirious trying to finish this game that is like boggling my mind.
I wish I liked it the way that everyone else did.
What, mouthwashing?
I didn't care for it. I was like, I don't think I had fun playing it. I think that's what I think that's what it was. Like, I think it was cool. It had like the look I like. It's almost like Puppa Combo-y. I don't know. I just didn't have fun playing it.
It's not a fun game, like story wise.
No, totally. But like, I didn't enjoy myself.
Okay,
like I was just like, when is this over? Like I kept being like, when's the ending? Are we close to being done? I remember we got past the part with the horse, and then I raided Willow, and I told Willow I was at the part like it just got done with the invisible horse. She goes, "Oh, you're almost done," and I'm like, "Oh, thank God!" In my head.
Yeah, you have like 3 chapters left. Well, chapters.
Yeah, it's like an hour at tops of
Yeah.
more stuff. I did like the character though with the Mr. Bandage. I did like I did
Oh,
like Mr.
Curly.
Bandage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Curly, and I like that they put him in the pot at the end.
Yeah. I like
I thought that
just
was
all the
funny.
character designs.
Hmm.
I really like maybe not personality wise, but her design wise. Anya, the nurse. She's
Hmm.
based off Shelley Duvall.
She looked just like Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I just like aesthetic looking characters. Really, like they all
Yeah,
look like they belong in that game, and that's what I like about it.
totally. But do you see how like stupid I am at like why can't I figure out the cake mix? like I'm just like it
I
annoys me how pathetic I can be.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I think because I had trouble with it a little bit, and that's why like I was so willing to help you. You know, I don't like looking
You're
down
like,
on
this
people
is
for
the
things.
cake base, and I'm like, it is.
Yeah, because I was sitting there like I'm trying to like tell you like grab the cake, and you're like not listening to me. I'm just like grab the cake and put the cake in the machine and put the sweetener with it, and you're like not like following my directions, and I'm just like listen to me very carefully. You trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You know?
But there was a part later on in the game where you had to use that machine again, and I totally knew what to do because of
Yeah.
your help.
Yeah, cuz it's the same concept, but like that
Hmm.
scene later, like you can't use the machine to give you everything.
Hmm.
You got to like go out and find it, and it's just like I didn't realize that at first. So
Yeah.
I just kind of like brute forced my way through that section, you know?
I also didn't like get, and maybe you could tell me, like the parts where you know how they had like Curly on the table and they were all like, "We're gonna eat him."
Yeah.
Like, did that happen or not? Was that
I
just a figment of someone's imagination?
I don't know.
That's what also I couldn't understand if what I was seeing was real or not. And then they never like told you. Which fuck was that? Did you hear
I
that?
did hear that.
What the fuck is going on? Is it like my things coming to life?
Are you alright? Like, what has
Jesus.
happened? Like, it sounds
I
like a
don't.
car horn, like from where I am.
Oh, okay. It sounded like a giant bird of prey just being like, wee
At
woo.
least
I'm
to
just
me,
like,
like I don't know. It's just I can
well, if
only
you
hear a
see any
little
of these
bit.
things start moving, just let me know.
Like an earthquake?
No, like if any of my toys come to life.
Oh, I
Yeah, just
just
let me
now
know.
noticed you have Franbo, Little Misfortune, and It Word back there.
I do. I
This
do.
is the
Little
makeshift
guy.
plushies, right?
They are.
Nice.
They are. I gotta get the I forget his name, it's called Falcor. I gotta get the Falcor one too.
Yeah, I don't
That one
remember
looks
his
funny.
name. Yeah, he looks like just a flying axolotl.
He does look like a flying axolotl. Oh, it's so cute.
I really
Love
wish
him.
I had played the Sucker for Love games a little earlier, so I could get the makeshift plushies.
Do they still have him?
Not anymore. I know they were like re-released them, and they were like glow in the dark or something. But I didn't play it until way after that.
They might come back, or you might be able to find them on like eBay or something.
I don't think they've done ones
It's
for the second game.
the first date.
No, Date to Die For.
A date to die. I always forget which one comes
If they
first.
make a goat mommy plushie, I'm getting it for sure.
Oh yeah.
I
Is she
love
your
her.
favorite?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Such good games.
She was like really cool. She had all this like bad shit happen to her that she didn't want to happen, and I'm just like, I feel that. I'm like me, you and me both, girl. Like,
I love watching you play those games, like those like dating simulator games.
it's just cause like I fall in love really easily with 2D characters, and like you can see that. Watching me play Slay the Princess was That was a
Was
time.
a delight. It was delightful. It was delightful. I hope that you play more of it because I need to watch it. When I'm sad, like what I need is to watch you play the princess.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just
That
that
so
game's
good.
just like full of like pretty women. Like,
It is.
it's pretty women
It
the
is.
game.
Pretty Women, the game.
Even though
And
it's
it's
all
all
like
like
technically the same woman, I guess.
and it's funny because when there's like certain ones, like all the dudes go crazy.
Yeah.
Like this is start the Tower, the
Tower.
Fury,
Yeah.
um
The
what
apotheosis.
the
Yeah.
apotheosis. I was like apotheosis. Like like all the giant women.
Yeah.
The giant fucking women. I think the Fury, is that the one with the devil horns?
I think so.
I think so too. She got me. I
She's
was
the
like,
one with
"Oh
like the
man."
bloody like rib cage, and she's all cool looking. She's all like
So cool
red.
looking. Oh, that might not be. Maybe that's like
Wait,
another
which
version of
which
her.
um which princess were you talking about?
The one she has like little devil horns. She's still
Oh, that's
gray.
the. Sorry, I was thinking of the Fury.
I thought I was thinking of Fury too. I get them mixed up.
The witch
The witch.
threading the needle, something like that. It's
She
kind of like
made
that
she made
though.
me weak. She made me a little weak.
Threading the needle.
And
Yeah,
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 and
she
I was
did.
just like, I was like, is this how Max felt when he saw the tower for the first time?
Yeah.
You're like, oh man,
Oh
that's a
no, not threading the
pose.
needle. The adversary. The adversary
The
is the one.
adversary.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's the one in the
Yes.
cave, and she's the one that like
Yes.
like when she bursts
Yes.
out, she's kind of like too big, you know.
She's kind of too big. Don't tell her that to her face.
But being big is not a bad thing, you know.
No, never.
She's like 7 feet tall, and I'm just like, you can like kill me if you want to. Like I don't care.
It's
But
more to love.
I'm like, I like both sides of the spectrum, I guess. Tall women, short women, like
Just like all women.
yeah.
I
You
want
know what
Carlos to throw me on my back. Throw
throw
me
me
on his
over his
back like I'm
shoulder.
nothing. His shoulder like I'm nothing. I
My name is Max. I'm running for president 2028. I stand behind women.
women. And you literally just stand behind them. No one could see you.
Yeah.
They're all like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
They're like, kneel. You just kneel.
Yeah.
You even negotiate. You're just like,
Yeah, I was like,
give up.
I literally was just like, fuck this knife, dude. I'm not, I'm not about it. You know?
That's the sign for, it's either kneel or chair in sign language. Just boop.
Gotcha.
Get on your knees. Oh God, what a fantastic game.
Yeah. And the fact that it's
Just
like
so
it's all hand drawn, two people voice like most of the characters.
Mhm.
It's just like that game is made so simply, but yet so well.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
There's a few games that I call masterpieces, and I think that is one, and I call Detroit one. I think they're both masterpieces. So good. What game do you consider a masterpiece?
Uh, that's a good
If there's one that you think is one.
question. I mean, I think Bendy and the Dark Revival is pretty great. That one, My Friendly Neighborhood.
Our Friendly Neighborhood. Yeah, you love my friend. I love that you loved it
do.
so much.
Yeah. I've played Bendy and the Dark Revival so much. I have 69 hours in it.
Nice.
I can never play that game again.
It's right.
Because I've completed it all achievement wise, but I've also completed it hourly wise.
You can't play anymore.
I can't.
The perfect amount of hours.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know how many hours I have in like the quarry, but it's way too little for how many I feel like I put in. But I forget it's like a 10-hour game.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
There you
I
go.
have 5,000 hours in that game.
Oh my 5,000 hours? Jesus Christ.
I'm not kidding. I like
That's a lot of hours.
across 5 different profiles. I have 500 hours on each one.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's a lot of breaths.
yeah. It's a lot of wilds.
It's a lot of wilds. I love that.
It's because like it
I love
was
this.
like one of the very first games like I ever. So the first ever console I owned onto myself was my Switch,
Mhm.
and Breath of the Wild was the first game I ever like got for that
Mhm.
console. So I kind of had to make it like last a while. So I played it once a year, every year for like 5 years or something like that. I put like
Always
so
go back.
many hours into that game.
It's good to have so much replayability.
Yeah. Um, I tried to do a speed run of that game. That was not fun.
No. It took me 5,000 hours.
I mean, I could probably speed run that game, but like I don't think it would be fun for me, you know?
Don't do anything. Oh, in life that's not fun.
Yeah. That's kind of why
Except work.
I'm not too sure I want to do a Dark Souls game. Like obviously like it would be fun to do one, but like I wouldn't stream it. You know, I wouldn't like I would just play it just to play one. Maybe not even like a Dark Souls game, maybe just like a Souls like game.
So it's like, yeah, I can't do it. I'll rage and I'll hate it. I hate watching it. Like that's a game that like no matter who is playing it, I'm not gonna watch a stream. Like I'm not like I cannot do it. It is just torture for me. And the fact that that's a game that's unforgiving, and if you die, you go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Fuck those games.
Yeah. I don't know. I it's always just been a thought in my mind, but like I've never like really put anything into it, you know?
You might love it. You
Maybe.
never know until you try. Yeah, try it offline sometime if it ever comes into your pocket or goes on sale or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the thing. Like I would never like pay for a Dark Souls game, but if someone gave me it, like I would put
right.
put time into it, you know?
Absolutely. I don't think I'd play it. If someone gave it to me, I think I'd politely say, "Thank you for thinking of me."
Mhm.
Um, but you should spend your money elsewhere because this will make me rage and it will make you happy watching me rage.
I think the one person I ever really enjoyed uh watching playing a Dark Souls game was Becky, my friend Becky and T. She used to play Elden Ring all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember her? I was thinking
Yeah.
about Becky Lane. I was like, Becky Lane?
Yeah. No, Becky's
Fucking love Becky. I
yeah.
love Becky Lane.
She's so cool. She's like the
She's so
best.
cool.
She's like one of the best parts of my morning. She's like the
Uh-huh.
first person I ever like when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like and Becky's on, I'm just like, oh, I know who I'm going to go hang out with.
Same. We'll
It's
hang out
really
for a
any of
bit.
the new CEOs like Becky, Neo, Lost, um
Mm-hmm.
Sue. Sue is
I can't
so
say
nice.
I can't say his screen name, his username without my accent though.
Lost.
Lo, yeah.
Yeah.
Lost Quas. Lost Quas.
Yeah. He's
Lost
so nice
Cause.
too.
He's so sweet. He's so sweet. They're all very, very sweet.
All very kind human beings.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I was hanging out with one of Lost's mods last night who is also very cool. Aspen Sunflower, I think is their name. I just had a great
Ooh,
time.
nice. I love that.
Yeah.
Cool peeps all around. That's what we
Yeah.
have in the CEOs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Best
All
stream
cool
team.
peeps. Yeah.
Absolutely biased. Will confirm it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, will confirm. Absolutely biased. I love that so much.
Yeah. I when Sumi was putting out applications for or was like taking applications for like European and Australian streamers, I was like pizza and Sue, but everyone had put Sue in, and I was like, oh, I know one other person, Trash Panda. Trash Panda would have been amazing. Panda, I believe, is streaming right now, doing a 24-hour stream. Which, goddamn,
Is that who we're rating today?
possibly.
Possibly. I can't believe Sumi's still on. It's been days.
Is she still on?
She's still on.
Jesus Christ.
Doing her big subathon.
Oh boy.
It's insane.
But yeah, Panda's cool as shit. Panda is Elvin's mod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've never met her before.
Panda?
Until you pointed her out.
She's great. She's one of my favorite streamers. She's so nice. She's got one of those voices that's like, if she read me the Bible, I would be a religious man. I think she's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Panda's definitely who we're gonna raid.
Yeah, I'll give her a follow too because I don't know if I followed her.
Yeah, I will shout
Trash
her
Panda.
out real quick.
Yummy. Oh,
What?
my fruit salad. I just make up random.
I don't
fucking...
know what that is.
Yeah, it's the Wiggles.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never watched.
They were
the
huge
Wiggles.
when I was a kid. You don't need to. They're just creepy
Too
men
wiggly
kids.
for my taste.
Yeah, very wiggly.
But yeah.
Alpha knows the Wiggles.
Understandable.
What is it, Gus? My cat's like, meow.
Oh, sweet baby.
So sweet little babe.
Do you have anything going on this coming week that you wanna?
Yeah. So week coming up. I'm looking. Monday, normal schedule. Monday and Thursday. Detroit. If I'm not doing anything tomorrow, I might have like a random stream, not sure, but Monday and Thursday will be Detroit, and then Friday will be fitness. I did not do my fitness stream yesterday because my ovaries hurt really bad. So I will definitely do my fitness stream this coming up Friday, and then on Saturday and Sunday I'll be at my mother's house trying to survive second Christmas. How about you?
I think I'm gonna go back to my normal schedule this week. I'll probably do a few music streams here and there, but
Nice.
definitely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 3 p.m. I don't know what I'll be playing yet. I gotta figure that out. But I have an entire list in my Steam that just says games to finish on stream.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah. I like last year I finally organized my my Steam page. It's favorites, games to finish on stream, multiplayer games, off stream games to finish, and played games. It's just everything I will either put them into my favorite games or my played games, and I'll just be done with them. So
whenever I'm done, I just uninstall them.
yeah. I pretty much have everything uninstalled unless I'm gonna be playing it that week.
Mm-hmm. Same. All the ones I want to play, I just have installed.
Yeah. I definitely one of my New Year resolutions was to stream longer, and I definitely want to do that.
I wish I could.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I can't stream any longer than 3 hours in the weekdays, and it sucks. I wish I could stream longer and start earlier.
Mm-hmm. But I've been doing like 7 hour streams, and I'm like, wow, I never thought I would be able to do this. You know,
that's a lot. That's a full day of work.
Yeah. I think it's just because like one of my jobs is not in season at the moment. So I kind of have to make my money somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I agree. Selling those feet pics.
If my feet ever show up on the internet, I am quitting life. Like,
done.
No one needs to see my feet. Like,
same.
Feet are gross,
So,
dude. I hate
sometimes
even like just being in the same world as them.
I get really upset, and no offense to like, actually offense. I don't give a shit to any of the guys in chat right now that do this. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. No, nobody wants to see your fucking feet. I don't know why you guys think it's okay to wear sandals, but you should never wear sandals. You should also never take your socks off at someone else's home. That's
Oh yeah.
disgusting.
The fuck?
Always keep your fucking dogs in socks and don't wear sandals. If you wear sandals, it's disgusting. Just know
Yeah.
it's disgusting. No one wants to see your fucking feet.
That's why I wear my combat boots at all times.
Yeah, I literally I'm like socks and slippers. I'm like,
Yeah.
these are
It's just gross. I don't even like I
it's
like
so
when
good.
I don't even like looking down. Like to
I
see
don't
like my
like
own
looking down.
feet. You know?
That's amazing. I hate looking down.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Anyway, we love you guys. We'll see
We
y'all
love
later.
you.
Bye. I should
Bye.
get things set up. 1 second.
Oh, I put all my trust in you. I was like,
I mean, thank you, but like, sometimes.
I put
Um,
my trust in you. Push
there we
this
go.
hard
All right, now we
side
can go
and
now.
go. All right, let's meet Trash Panda.
Bye.